nanti mi nkodi candidate baako achi enti meaning say Ira Kennedy na be winning pa onye 50% plus 1 wa winning de aka ni nyina no ese e ka omu bom do na nka omu nji ntum so na nka oni anim eye den na afi de so obi ndi one candidate achi a onye MPP ni biem me Armstrong and empesa me come obi ati say the Baumia people no they have threatened me several say Armstrong the moment Baumia be winning primaries no or winning your party me you free na say me no obi also be me free party mo a onu friend DC na ba MPP 2016 just 2016 onu friend DC ba MPP is threatening me say ne onu ye Baumia adwuma time na Baumia adwuma no aye den no a ye ne original mu a one city mpo na mpanfo didi hye nipa kora no ye de yem kom ye Baumia adwuma that na mo we mfa atenese hu han no ne hu ni say ka tumi nko ade a Ira Kennedy betumi na kwaji tumi dia na wo ka say Armstrong ka say dia na Armstrong enye MPP ni bi mu a then what is wrong with you beba ene mu ebeya ene ne se ka Ira Brian de nka no po de party na say yi ni si nchen because he personally supported Dr. Mahmoud Baumia and financed his campaign but at the end of the day and also who ni say sa candidate na de call ye nemfa so there must be a change. If there must be a change, then what is the worry? Ye best MPP 4 the fact that Armstrong eyi ni pa ofra adwuma no nkyere se onye MPP na bi mu ade menye Ghana ni bi mu ana there's on the lighter note ye best this is party mu nkomo sebe so obehwe Armstrong live wa bisa wo ho se obae no obedi atem ana obo candidate bi mpo din a de oka ye no is it science and data is it verifiable na ye no kra na we don't want to eno ye emogu eno ne ye nchia edikan I think so afin adwuma no ahase me free platform ba akoso na me bet mo amho me hu fifiri a mo amutu say fifiri no e chese medical boy adwuma nwumre yi na nyameti ase the outcome no engineer you will stop you can't stop until the last ballot is counted. 31st night we can rest and we rest not. Minia enen komo no aye wo no eye komo kakra bi. Monim say Armstrong ye share bia na 1 hour pepepe. Enya de bebro 1 hour no. Me time de me fan di agro. Enti ye nhwe say within the 1 hour no e de ensem na ye wo no within the week esisi edi hu komo. We ye party mu nsem. Obi baby say di inti say Ira Kennedy. I think that is the question someone is asking. At the current say Ira Kennedy edi anymore this time they said onone the best candidate obetumi amaye to me in 2028. That is as simple as ABC. And you cannot say area ninchire mu ene ho dance ene say onene candidate or starting a unity tour no ebedi ho dance say the message or the nam clear. The winning mentality of Ira Kennedy or Agyapong and a PA warning Kasamu, a warning Shishaya or Wadema party or Wadema my Ghana. Not or what say Bemo my Ghana, a bitum pong, a drew baby as a see drew. Meanwhile, I think Ira Kennedy in the campaign no occupy the Volta region. Now drew Volta region no. Idia Edaso a very simple message of production and progress. Ira Kennedy baby I will be a nyamin shao nyankopon ma ho de o ma honyansa stronko sabe yenya one of the people of water man can say the reason tell Odi Ira Kennedy actually said he uses his brain ability for specific realistic purposes. Let's say Ira Kennedy be na no a na dweno de odi kan bia no yade a ebetumi esi nsu a ebema nipa bra be mu ahenhan no esi nsu a ede adwuma beba esi nsu a ebema sabi area bia no benya kankro e woni bibia yemu infrastructure or whatever. And I think say me the candidates be actually say na me ye adwuma na mangwahoa the Volta region message a message of production, message of progress. Jobs for the youth, cash in the system. Jobs for the youth, cash in the system. You know, Volta region, you say, when you sabi share the atmosphere, the euphoria, and Moody share Ira Kennedy Noah. After some message, no banon, so you share, sabi, I am and send me brain. Now, Ira Kennedy share sell Volta region, no. Asempotia Wakandia for region in him now. Apart from say Odru every constituency biano or chire factory and the betimi ayen was our constituency na etumi di adwuma brem rante ne mabawa kai say Kennedy kama eti asese say we are branch we are babawa na woni adwuma woni nkwa ene ye no kren so say woni adwuma woni nkwa. Enti apart from the Juma sem sebemo, friends say the youth na nye Juma or Volta region aye no. The key statement are Yira Kennedy amiki esase adwene ho yi pa ne say I will make the Volta region the tourism hub of Ghana by relocating the Ministry of Tourism here, that is Volta no, to unlock its full potentials, create jobs and attract global visitors. This is the direct message. In TMBC, I must say, see, it's ansem we are Yira Kennedy Canoa. Then the Union more Volta region. Muhun is saying, Union Volta region, there were other 15 regions now can. Yes, you is saying. Baby, Yira Kennedy Akubiano or Chre ministry cra or the Bebasa region, because what I said, obey decentralize it. The ministry is not across all the 16 regions, so that a could be a region be so no you better lift the face of the region. Because when you are the ministry in the Kowa, the more people are patronizing the area, not a Buama area and so develop into the Volta region, Ebinya, the Ministry of Tourism, and the Kudru Onoma, Sebe, Yina Ibi who say region number fan and Munyama Fra. Branted them about being a Jumaye, opportunities be brain, Nebeba, Nama, almost almost find himself in the region. Sabi, the Volta region, Komamoni now. Volta region, yet the strongest hold of the NDC. At the end of the day, Minoka say, NDC, Nyanya candidate in Po. So the people of Volta region, in Nimwine Pony ever to Abadiamano. Nancy Rakini the copy of Volta region, no. Yanya the Voltarians, Momu now sorry, Gina that she said, Yira Kennedy. So one kwan MPP for be you there to Abama. And such statement, where a statement be we a million MPP Nina would join a power 2028, Mr. Roma winning all. Yira Kennedy copy of Volta, no. Ye neighbor didn't want dance say what the Voltarians are saying is say, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, they are not ready for him. Yes, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia Puba. Voltarians are not even going to vote anything for him. Said no more year in 2024. No? And at the end of the day, if the Voltarians themselves are saying, say, Mofa Kennedy Mray and Papa Wadi, a Juma Obemi Yaya, ye would you when you Musa Passe, Obemi Yaya Jumaye, now Volta region, I found into my pay friendly, Monfadum Rani and to Abamano, dear, ye train then. A dear potty in a year chain. They say the people of Volta are sending a clear message at the Amadi MPP. Almost say this is the first time I hear Volta for you say NPPA and Yamoni MPU. The candidates were bringing a free Pimuna Yempe. Yes, say Monfa Yira Kennedy Brayan on your Voltarian by your Ginanumun Semudi said Obama Manten and Maba wait me and ye Jumaye. Now Manten and Maba wait me ye Jumaya. And no, the Bebua, ama the problems are, and answer the Volta region and the Boko conflict and others. They reckon they say, or the job creation, ever solve the Boko conflict. Metis asked when I said, this is the man Ghana needs. You are Kennedy, and you may Ghana for say, Wombeguso Bompire Mount. And they will make sure, say, you lead the MPP, you lead Ghana, my man telling Maba Woma Kusku, we class certificate, Papa. No one here, Jumanye, Sabi baby, I be mushe. The last time I call a crowd, because I be full boats. 3 boats are flying in the drivers will tell you, say, you're real school. Ubi so ye one engineering, Ubi so ye one engineering, but at the end of the day, they are home. At the end of the day, they are home. So what it tells me, say, the rats and Maba one in now would GD say, Yira Kennedy a president and job creation, no, Ebemo win a benya Jumaye. And Sir Jumano Benya, and Ebemo Musubaya rats and Maba one in the system. Say crime beko for moi, this a rant and Maba one Jumaye. Anyway, I think, say, yeah, Mrs. Christiana, Agyapong, Yira Kennedy, Agyapong, Yire, Ensuguso, Yenito. will be PM with the Western North region. Ye nebe dia dances or by no kwa women Jaboso and the rest. Sabi, the message was clear. Like father, like son, like husband, like wife. Very simple. Job creation. Job creation. Me no can say obi so nam baby, sabi ono so your wife ni bi. Nanso baby obi do bia no, that person is defending the repetition of a failed candidate. Emfa. Sabi ka wu kwei and ka wu kunu call rounds that went to me on to mention how he's going to create jobs and give hope to the hopeless within the party and Omega namuno na kari di echi na kabi no de nam. Nanso sabi the same story no as a papa na ire na koma dwuna bom no mo de nam. Amanfo ba be sham who but when him says they know sika amodi abenta because we know the money is with you. So delegates no be share kai who is almost say payback time. So the messenger Mrs. Christian Agyapong Edeba Western North Regional or Jeffrey Western North Region a message of hope, message of jobs, or say vote for one, choose number one and choose jobs, choose number one, choose prosperity. Until number one is what we are choosing. Anyway, fast forward. Menewoka say Ira Mahmoud Bawumia egune campaign so. Na sebe akwe two clear leaders omudi animu idie. Ye ka ba akodi so na ba betwam. Sebe me dey na me follow Ira Mahmoud Bawumia kakra. Ya na me pe message no na etie. Na so sebe okutie message na Menua George Holmes abaso obeshare go all the platform ne so. Menua Linus nso UK on also e was so na phobia member nso go so. Or 10 rate Theophilus me ama offer say da bia obia no nyame nhira enye kese emfa maw na menua fantastic global force NDC ni pa abonim say NDC elusu o ma feli menua George Holmes enko all the platforms the better was menua yentu ankomo no so ma follow Ira Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia after say oba Western North region and they the home come about last week Ogusonso nam the others and then me who say ye post to be near this three. We join our platform so to make us after 10 minutes no nima sama oka. Me say delegates no me say what the mama yen follow Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ni see the message that he is giving out. Ni me say we say is this the message to win power in 2028? I'm strong, I'm afraid. Or say and na me cast na do mama kwan na me nya opportunity kakra no mama opportunity na me ko frɛ jo mama the incompetent one and the incompetent one also can say me so be everyday. This is not the man we campaigned for. This is not the man that we believed in. No. That's why the Ghanaians rejected him. Probably Ghanaians know better. This is the time, say the message the candidate is carrying as compared to Ira Kennedy message or the message of hope, the message of revival. Say the party it takes only one person. So my Ghana be fan into my play last time it was an bisa me said I didn't say any travel outside Ghana. About 90% are connected. Because it is presumed say they are having better life. Why is it that most of them are supporting Ira? A friend saying Kennedy. The children say or man say so bet me assign or my or my bush for my and so my bush for is giving them too much pressure there. Just on my Ghana no a juma sem no cosum rant any about way DE Emma the bush for DE so the bush form for Ghana how and cotton so US and I say UK. And I'm say yes, this is the reason. And who be here say ye be ma on my Ghana ye first. Time Ira Kennedy call US any program you know. No Gina US. But he was talking about Ghana first. Or see, there are a whole lot of agreements. Who said doesn't make sense. What system ni muache and all countries of president in the 3 months. Or be making sure say or be review ni na de so champ be champ. No, it's America and all kasa. This is the bold man. He's fearless. He knows what he's saying. He's brainy. He's brainy. The brains are for a specific purpose. Now, the ACA, another surprise by 2 this week. And now to she. But now to she, no, not go be running mate about Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia or make us a committee in Bima, they will move this uncommon. energy ye na say the Ashanti factor today say kofa na friends na podiba and then make one reason at the Kuntia Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia delay ye say oh you running mate now to she was the person and not a best fit, and he was considering that woman for the position. Greater Accra, a friend saying power, but finally, and then we know what say now to Shiaba. Now to share connected. Now ye connected no wakasa. Sabi, so be ye connected that mumi inti na no asem no dance ya attack no. Be no copy western offer ya attack me die nim ni die umi na ye kagu mani ma on platform me those platform po me so nti me po emfa me ho. Me say now to she ye connected no wa make statement. Na mumi inti or say the NPP winning power is my ultimate interest. Listen to sense. Abronye koka, listen to sense. Or say, the NPP winning power is my ultimate interest. When I listen to the voices on the street, in the trotro, and everywhere, they are calling for Ken. And that is why I am connected. This is sense. And I know what I say. I said about me team. I saw more attacking now to she, no more attacking. No, you find the videos. No, just say oh kasa. Omun tempo manin kan sem no mpo nwie o. Omun twa baby kitu abi a no ma start no more trending. It doesn't make sense. In fact, now to she is connected. Someone who was highly considered as a running mate to Dr. Bawumia. Maybe what be someone say, why is it that all the key people are leaving Dr. Bawumia? They know the candidate is weak. WGAK, and that is why majority are choosing, especially the leadership. And here they say, when the contact as a phone, slow phone, you know, say, they are in, most of them are in discipline. They think that I made Ibra Kennedy, I can crack the whip. Me body as a minister, who's slow? Because me Ibra Kennedy, no, me him say, I can protect the public purse. Me bow, Ghana, then I'm share. MPP delegates, and then a Ghana Oshisha, MPP delegates, maybe so. It's maybe oh my Ghana Damakumaso. MPP delegates, oh my Ghana and Dawakumaso. MPP delegates, oh my Ghana Dawakumaso. And now, oh my Ghana Dawakumaso, no. What is oh my Ghana problem today? Ranting him about 1 year, 2 months, it grew Hampana Miraho. Not telling about 1 year, NDC for promising 1 job, 3 shifts, 24-hour economy, ni Najagu, and ye were you Kennedy. Or Nam, wako almost just a consequences of a bed on Wako. He's talking about job creation. Udrum Patewan, watch now to obey anyhow. Production and progress. Message of production and progress. Ye ready BM, ye train BM. Ye put delegates na kesi a cotton you Kennedy. I'm telling you, a new candidate are winning there. Abraham Mahama winning as a fresh candidate. But I'm not for be defending. No matter say why vote. And then will be and will be mobile. Say the wabada a repetition. Mebao Nanadu I repeating no. Sabi nani votes no. Na ye improvement. Na ye positive. Unlike Enrichi. Mebao what presented candidate. Now party now winning 88 seats. Now candidates now winning 77 seats. Over 500,000 vote difference between the parliamentarians and the presidential candidates. I been see that when people move so that I won't say Bawumia should be repeated. Repeating a failed candidate. You are not serious. You don't want power. No, some and nobody will cannot no crunch your mom. Share your team Kennedy campaign from day one and compare the others now. Almost all the systems are working. Now to she getting connected and the message she's carrying across, of course, central region, also for central region. Let's look at the welcome. When we say we want you, we know you are a big fish. We know your impact. Impact obviously we are making a greater Accra. Saying before saying people when the power, we must win greater Accra and we win convincingly. And you are a big fish to help us win greater Accra. Let's go to Volta region. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, one person now who say or influential Volta region. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia Volta region votes. It will be a moment can crunch. Ye kotoaba ye nyan kotoaba nimpo all the boku areas ina no NDC edi Kenya sa vote no enya sa seat no da ho MPP na 0. Considering my age, I can't wait 12 years more in opposition, and the message is clear: win 2028 or go for opposition 12 years. I'm strong. I can't choose 12 years opposition. You choose about me. I'm not a flag bearer now. Minima the quota MPP delegates. If you want to say, I'm you choose.
Fantastic one. Any Armstrong, Anna, educate corona on my figures upon update Armstrong. Oh, Brown Halfo. We use a fantastic one. I mean, papa Armstrong. Only figures in good for my and to be like a no share video no my
MPP. All them come sha urban in answer man share ya MPP CPP no and 51 na CPP be the aye no. And the Baumia foot to me catch and say we are connected you are stopping. Baumia when at 31st more political career ban. Look at this nonsense and we must throw them in the face. Party national neck the directive back now bronya bata no we did you be at them shabronye. We are regional chairman and the last election NPP person win the power. NPP person win the power. What's a bronye a regional chairman? Na sabi why na bronya to aba? Why na be sha bronya to aba? And ye nya regional chairman sabi bebre no munim nyansa say ya within the NPP. Ama for sha mu to aba tiaye. Me say me nim constituency chairman for bebre o mu hinti o mu to aba tiaye. Na regional chairman for that shouldn't go there. I say we move your politics that. But party na you no. Sabi obi kra free region say no man kwe ya ye kofre regional chairman. Ye friend no nya kana asem bi obeka wie no ano ne age atum. Mini amajid anumre nyame sha ma hu se wa baso no kre na na wa baso no. Wo no ba omia na wo say ba omia mwaye. Wo ka kire me say Armstrong. Ba omia adwuma wo ye ba omia mwa Ghana. Nti wo de won support it. Until now to Abama Mahamano and the Mahama on Mabim, Timinu Amajid. I think that you are one of the people who push say Kennedy Mra. Now Rambe your mind Ghana ye. Because one to Abano Amabaumia, MPP ni about to Abano Edima Mahama until you may no cross them no Abasuno. Indeed, now to share some no year cano, one of the biggest fish in Ghana across the carpet. Now may sense who kind of no one seem to be because Sarik way there as a connected son. Message I me depa na mbesi me tie say the NPP winning power is my ultimate interest. NPP benya to me in 2028 na me ultimate interest. Na se me tie dia street no kan, se me tie me fruit trotro na me tie do mo kan, dia nipa nyina kan wo Ghana ne say mo fra ken mra. Na yira me winso kan sem bi, na asem no say me depa. O say ba me abetimi abe president. Sana can be me president. Nenso do obema adwuma na ye mmere wo 2028 ne say. What the era can beba. Communicators. Open omo breye pa communicators. Ye mu see mo appointees for special operations no kwase adwuma do be ye bi. Sabi etimi ma me topic bi me am nim say radio so amekoi. Asma me ko kan amafo de begu me so ba na ese so ma me pia me na me ko. Na amafo gina chi ejis kadidi ene sa na si ye. Communicators ye brain. Eni ye rapita mewu or water region. Ya this year MPP blood or say adwuma no be ye mrea. Say your water region for no catch you Kennedy. Say this is the first time one. Ye votarians ye catch MPP for say mama a candidate ni ento abamma no. Say adwuma no be ye mrea dia and ye mfa ye Kennedy ni mfa mra. We ye rapita mewu no masem no. Inti I think say they could do no delegates they will listen. Me say delegates mo de mo pa mo nja Yewra Kennedy campaign achidi. Mo nja Dr. Mahmood Bawumia campaign achidi na mo ntie dia street maker. Na mo fan to aba the street listen den. Mrate ni maba wa wugidie say Yewra Ghana first ebe ye adwuma. Binia the second topic near Drew one, and also the topic we are Sabi Nikapa, Namiri Ni. Mwamuni Musa Dankwa, Sabi, ni Pussy, Adia Chimbia Pussy or the Babiano. Dr. Mahmood Bawumia has been losing popular vote every day. Global Info, another story about. Now, story on the buy and we the ancient story, Hawkward, Nensu, Munsem no Yasem, that they are Almost say our data shows that the NDC prefers MPP to elect Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia for 2028. But your brother no can know. Na emunsem no de batwi aye de pa. Womu data omo ateki within October, the month of October nyina ne say NDC fo nyina na moye campaign say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia win. Hey, NDC mu eni pa bone for pa monwene mo ho. Monwene mo ho because mahunu say muni candidate. Munim say mu de say du nkete aba ontumi ne Kennedy ngina nye campaign. Musa nim say be Kennedy January yai obeye campaign be 2 years ansa na makoyi obi di naba na me ba Julius Debra mpo de ne wayira mo no pokan na ni ho ampo de nim no ana mo de maami abrewa ya asisi ayente ne nkan your friends say Julius agi na dwuma ye asisi maami ye ntene nkampo ono ne ye de ne ba as president ana mo amunim say dia modi ba bia anye for 2028 enunti na mo ni abre ye campaign ma Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Global info analytics am ya beti ase say muna mo ye campaign na mo ye nyina mo ye de ma Bawumia yensu ye nim say ye petumi Bawumia ntimi fa ye nyatumi we ye no krese ye ka kire ho enti Musa Danko ye beda wase anwumre yi ye de betu ye ho fo wa me yate ase say se ye de ba ku bi ba emfa wasan kan me yate ase say Bawumia cannot win this power waka yenya a whole of posters some of my kind of crash and rechi or should I confer pools be by 63% for one ye come say the chief executive officer of the one crown here Bawumia aid or a Bawumia confidant and I said be oh no ho asre na ne nkofo ye twaje agumwa no ma posti omo de dada o me say the grassroots votes and ye wenu ye Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia who is a grassroots ne nkomma no dem de ka say oh yeah, grassroots data or compile grassroots data now and draw. We're presidential candidates. I can't how many days now you call elections. Now I can say we need grassroots data. Then it means you don't have the voter album. Then it means you are not current. It's a lies. So Bawumia say, oh, be here the map polling station executives. Now this is the time. This is the time. What I'm saying is baby I drew no. Yet the two leading contenders in the messenger, the who clear and say, you are killing Nebeboa. The Numun Sem, the posture and everything. HSA, we see the president in him. Minya, na Assemble Consul Akobane say, Yera Bawumia, ne communicate see ba kuna ne near bri campaign. Mpanyifo pawo. Na ni ba ne ho so na asem na waka ne de asem abre Bawumia. Or say, Mamun to ama abamba brain a champon, Eastern region fue. Mamun to abamba brain a champon, Eastern region fue. If we say brain, if we Eastern region. Na do ya ofri sunre chia free Eastern region. Enti nya dia na do free sunre ye the Eastern region ni Ghana for the 2 me be mano. Why ya de no kra no aka no. Asemwa di an yentumi nka no wakan. Menu na me ba o Mura Fise Tamale. And Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia no 2024 ko gina hoko kan say. Menu anu mo amene mo ahia. Eye me ne mahama ne ye beto eso aba. Ye nyina ye fi slim. Ye nyina ye fi north. Ghana for ento aba man north. Na the following 4 years o masan to aba north abie mo mo nye we ye Bawumia no mo asem. Asem no America we ye Bawumia ni na so won ti ase a. Ma me send video ni ma na botie. O say menu anu mo amene mo ahia. Me ye Nordna. Mahama ya Nordna. Ghana form to about man Nordna and san repeat another Nordna BM. Enti ye me no man choose back this time wa obi ma BM. And me ba o yera Bawumia. Denti na ugusumpo ye campaign. So why would him say Nordna be dia konya we are Ghana form for to me man another Nordna to aso dia. Then Bawumia wo ye campaign ye then. We ye one kasa unko for na di we ye campaign no. That's on go for the way ye campaign. Ma bontin so me condemn ye. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia o promise ye the Northerners votes, the Muslim votes ni nyina ama. Enti ne de na ma wogi tum say sa vote no be this time round. Enye no kore. Ya giatum What boy with campaign message? Me say I am strong. Me teach him say me quiet campaign now. Me do the northern areas now. Now say the Muslim community now. I will tell them say, but me I say, ne your name Mahama me no. It was one chance. It was one spot for the Northerners. Into the umbe choose be an no no. Much you see Mahama swaba yadamase. But at the end of the day, yes, sounds from North Nambadia and the Iraqi Abremo from the central region. Here at Amos DBA, at was saying Central Region, Yemrasun, Emma Central Region, chairman and a former MP, when we now say, the Central Region will rally behind their own and make sure the presidency is coming to the Central Region. Bemia Fantini from Abankesiem, a proud Fanti, and Miss Wimpai, when you now say, baby, a dream. And came Komiami crew, and then came Makuma Mwasem, and me bon pie, me yem why you won't swell, I have word you my ye. And can ye regional base simple, but ye know the year campaign. I do a few the Atamos in the Kaya. It's baby, I do no dear, it's I mean, I must say, I think said the next topic, Yera Kennedy, a compare or call water region, Unya Quenya. The friend is saying interview VOV radio 95.7 FM who that is the Volta region now Okodru one Sebe now the people of Volta region were listening to him. Yera then I would buy didn't now see into Abamana be president or be president a day near who say a beya mwa a diama yen the people of Volta region. 1 hour Era Kennedy will engage on the radio station as usual. All the constituencies of Volta region. Era Kennedy bought constituency no one. Now watch a Juma Potia or be president or the Kosa constituency go. Or yabo constituency ni deep or boy ya na or say me yam be president no. Say me be president china. Juma die potia medeba se north dayo se wan medeba north ton se ni oya bo constituency ni pe no wa kire adwuma or de bre mrante ne maba wa mo menya biaye. So he tells say jobs for the youth, cash in the system no service our policy no atogana for trimuyi. Number 2, Era Kennedy Kasafa reviving the party's interest. Sabi Edru Brebi na ofa NDC atade ahekra na ofere. Edru baby say we a campus we student o she NDC t-shirt na ofere. But Edru mrebia ene MPP ni ntimi fa MPP t-shirt in she. A true party man Era Kennedy or say nani so ade hunu ne say as a sort of reviving the interest. Say the youth no any beje MPP won ka say party we a party for the youth. Era Kennedy wadwin po we nti aminhirawo say MPP bebu na MPP dane CPP die na obetimi a revive MPP ama MPP abaye party a say be mrante ne maba wa nyina ni beje say o mehya yatade die echa campaign amaye no na aminhirawo. Era Kennedy sakasa about improving the image of Volta and medical Kahuasem Dada. He talked about tourism, and I'll still quote him, the people of Volta region. Era Kennedy say, I will make the Volta region the tourism hub of Ghana by relocating the Ministry of Tourism here to unlock its full potential, create jobs, and attract global visitors. So I think and also you didn't come that, but Era Kennedy in the interview, and also it was part of the Samaudi Hong. And then the trial tour was the support for whole regional hospital. Sabi or nama all call the talk kempuno and nema or the kwache hospital no because of the humanitarian and nyoma or ede boa o mine Ghana dadano costing 100,000 Ghana cedi. It's no 1 billion of enema or namse all koton Era Kennedy ede kobwa whole regional hospital. This is the candidate that we are supporting. A candidate from Onuanka sana ho dimu wa creating yuma bebrema mrante ni maba we nya biye. From Onuankasa was support to MPP party, your opposition, your power, your opposition, your power. Sebi, and reach here 8 years of the MPP. We can count more than 2,000 people contract from the MPP from the MPP4. Yembi say I say Dodo was saying no matter the one seed in pool, a bread party someone Jemfanya party Juma. By your opposition, Ira Kennedy or Macas or Masika or sponsor the party, round off and all those things. Ira Kennedy, they are why you know, and Rantan and Maba was one kai. Sana Ira Kennedy communicators no so Yengusuni and Kakai, Yemma Ghana for now who knew her will be a Ghana ni o Nini ma pa Ira Kennedy aye. I don't put ye, and yes, why am MPP, why am more my Ghana. Ira Kennedy copy 37. Ira Kennedy copy Confanoche Teaching Hospital. Yen Kadien away. Ira Kennedy aircon region out to be the Western region. Sabi. Woman on Yarida, a womb passuina. Ira Kennedy has to visit them, pay their hospital bills, and make sure they have life. This is the man that we are talking about. Ira Kennedy, baby, I will be on Yame on Shrao. Minia, I dare see a dimon como ye pa. The campaign style of Yankasi your opponent, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia team. The campaign of attacks. Mestre Team Kennedy said, Mama ye focus no free ho. And can you be focusing on Bawumia campaign na abronya moniko kamo attacki di atemodie. And can you emphasize energy no na nkojina your constituency coordinator so. Then finding out what is going on what grounds. Like seriously, the job day grounds. The job day grounds. Your focus no must be there. There's one thing which is also going on. The Bawumia people target. They come, they give money, then no akasa video they share. And no never MPP na. The MPP here, they are winning 2 million na. MPP delegates. It's all to aba, my Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, 1 minute 2028 power na. A Ghana for nema to me. Ghana for enema to me. Ghana for enema to me. Delegates enema to me. But the MPP Jinano, MPP is at a crossroad. Choose Kennedy Ohene Japan, present him and take power, or stay in opposition for 12 years. The street doesn't like Bawumia, and we must. This is the hardest truth of the century. The hardest truth of the century. The street doesn't want Bawumia. The people in the street, our votes, no, woman a pussy ye kotuaba. Amebao. Nipadodo was saying regional executives. Nipadodo was saying national executives. Two about ye. Woma fa the electoral commission results. Region by region by region by region. No more steady say. Or more say identity lose power. And that's how much check even the vote figures in the common. Time. Bebrena are following Bawumia blindly. They don't know why they are following him. But Representative Chairman won't me Ashanti region. Ye free Yoko no buy a pet. Or campaign no can say, ye didn't call Yoko, ye chere. It is a mum pese, NDC for bets naso, no ma prosecute no sebe, so a dicro wa bokro nubi, and I wa bam no ye the ensign for Tabia, Trababa, I fancy, Bawumia, so that Bawumia be president our fun wedi. These are the reasons why some key people within the party are supporting Bawumia. Woman say, Sebi Bawumia is a weak candidate, obetimi containing all sort of the criminal nature, their criminal ideas and all those and their plans and their doings. They see Bawumia as weak, say Bawumia ntimi nka omoboni enim. That's why they are following Bawumia. Hey, Kennedy no tinawe. Menko Kennedy wana Kennedy mami ministerial appointment. I wouldn't be Kennedy bayame. That fear alone, and this is the man that Ghana needs. Yankofa Maimbra, you say Yankofa Lawrence and Bra, Yankofa Lawrence, Yankofa Nombra. I'm telling you point blank, say Kennedy no have warning. Nemo di woni muno, he be brave. I say Lawrence, the another friend of Lawrence. Kennedy say Ghana first. And Ghana first, discipline. And here oh my Ghana. Administrative indiscipline. And upon my Ghana. The mentality of me Ghana ni Ghana dear. Esaya na ye den eya ban ade eya ban ade eya ban ade edwuma mpanyfo de omo pe na omo ye because the president is weak. The mentality of a Ghanaian is say let's vote for a weak president so that we can continue to do whatever we like. All the structures are not working. All our national institutions now corruption, scandals plenty. Every friend say chief is auditor general report. Uncle P Public Accounts Committee put their name time krakwa. Utin same no be now raho. Armstrong at the country I met you see Kennedy any one Ghana CDU. It's not my stomach. As you stay there and you talk about whatever you will talk about, near someone. When I was working for you, I am stomach, and I am stomach politics and sanity about no problem. But one reason I'm choosing Yera Kennedy, or the track record and the credibility of a leader Ghana needs right now. A transparent person, a disciplined person, true witness accountability. And this for one of your tenets knows accountability, probity and accountability, and everyone needs the probity in a way and accountability in a way. But Yebra Kennedy, I'm here to say he's an embodiment of probity and accountability, which is lacking in Omega Amamwum. Omega Amamwoni bread because probity and accountability in Yajuma. Maybe Ghana need to know crema. Ya de ba me asi wo e say don't get asi wo de Yebra Kennedy asi wo na yes why the bit na aboa me protect the public purse no my Ghana sika sem wo agina me development atimi akosro na endile a who choose why and already what you can't choose see but the MPP delegates is saying that this is a payback time, so the MPP delegates want money before even protecting the MPP. Miaminim delegates be bra ye woman who drew the constituency and I say who drew the electoral area. Oh, we be chairman, we be secretary, Obi anji wom one city, and they voted for them. Be brempo ya anto swaba near church pictures. For them to defend the NPP and make sure the NPP be now when I is strong in choosing its leaders. And then those people want to tell us say corruption must start from them. They want to be bribed. They want to take money because before they even make a choice for the party. The one year drew Sisiana. Nanado Danko Kufuado, any Alan Cash. Nanado paid 5 CD. Alan Cash was paying 10 CD. That time I was there. But Nina Munanado, and when ye. Ye him the Nanado between me aye. And then Mahama Mamwonti, Nanado is always vindicated. Meme ya banju maini and then Nenkwano. Nanado has been vindicated again. Or the 25% in Jayu. And I drew 9%. And numpo the one vindication. Baby Drew no. Figures not clear say Baumia is a failed candidate. I will say 1,000 times. And when I'm a worker no. I mean we say most mo be choose so ayatemonfa. But the Jumano be ya dia mamu. But the best amamu the worst ever friends election electoral friends results. Ever since MPP at party no. Baby Drew no. And yet a candidate whose messages, please, they are lying about me. They are lying about me. Baby, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia Bedru Biano or can't your friend is saying, one report. Michael Quay report of Michael Quay report. Dr. Mahmoud Baumia and the best now say Yami Boechina, your lecture. Lecture no, could you Michael Quay report to me why MPP lost power? Now you where you are vindicated saying yeah what candidate on your problem. They be a who quote say you can't total so other candidates you can't total so but at the end of the day no one has access to that document. Him fa and what Professor Michael Quay report to me say you are Kennedy cast up my showdown tea and you lose power. You are unable to quote. It tells say you are Kennedy ni Michael Quay reports ni Tabe di to me a man for my a hand time sabe o friend people ni mpa opa no offer. MPP ni boa ne yonko MPP ni kra ye ne ya. MPP ni oboa ne yonko MPP ni na no re fi say ye to aba ni na wie ye no e na tumi no e ba ne ma wo sabe. And then kofo bi man bi mo nya to me nyina timi tena social media no more lambasi didi attempt say we Kenya wagimi e wi asanga sa na say ba na aboa bia obewu a opre aboa bia bewu a opre me de me ngina so ne say me MPP ni before say be swear MPP say MPP man we ne power nti e for to me nham nsem no e say we ne Ashanti region ya we ne Eastern region. Nani me no ya winning convincingly. Ya winning Greater Accra, Central, ya winning Western as 3 swing regions. I say winning count. So me fan last elections are na now the Danko Akufo-Addo na okwaje na home against a fresh candidate Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. All communicators protected him. We painted him white to win power. No, ni vote we nya. Ashanti region over nipa 400,000 and Twaba. Eastern region over 300,000 and Twaba. Na Greater Accra put the net time. Over 1.2 million on Twaba man and now do no and no vote no so no. Only 600,000 the Twaba man Bawumia. So over 600,000 people and Twaba Greater Accra man Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. And now to share sorry say Mufayera Kennedy Mra make them one year campaign. Emma only Greater Accra. I'm going to give 2 million vote for the MPP in only Greater Accra region. Must then. A action and your propaganda. A candidate or nama uyi ne huano. On to mean kind of Bayama Ghana. And then the Bawumia communicator say, Bawumia said then Bayama MPP Nya son faso. Na Ghana Nya son faso. It different from the other collection of Kolusia Onya Binka. Onya Binka. Abronye fa live asanka me manya opportunity ya ye di party munko mu abronye nya e ya teni. Abroad, we are regional chairman. Hey, we are saying do baby ya power. Anyway, we MPP for you. Emilia, ya di ano be kwa bi ye no. Yera Kennedy campaign no. Eguso regions bia esese okomu no oguso nkakra. Enche ye ba be pia Ashanti region. Enche e be kwa kupie Greater Accra so. Sa Ashanti and the Greater Accra no him say massive wins. Any free mover, Tina Hono Ateno, or a Hono a massive wins. A Hono so now minor Kessian Yina be Brinoa Jinanso, Greater Accra in the Ashanti. All the Ashanti coordinators are doing marvelously well. Ever since I came to Ashanti region, I'm witnessing that the coordinators are really doing well. The supervisory teams are also doing well. Yengusuni and Kakran Krasa. Many are wire connected and more abamumbu. Many are wire connected and more abamumbu. Many are wire connected. There is hope. Hope na way and soon. Intimidations na cost no soon. Cause me way and a Western of Mpoya say even normal placement in Mpoya Mami being Kotana Radio so no defended the MPP. So at a point in time they were using you for special operations to defend the party. And I see we Kennedy Ejuma Obeko regional communications elections into no sabi placement in Pono could defend the MPP. We so omo de na mo so can say Armstrong Empress of could defend the MPP. Now some me the NDC for Bra Omuboya. I should be glad. I should be proud enough to sound more convincing to speak to Ghanaian to reject the NDC in the next election, regardless who even leads. By the end of the day, this kind of intimidations, engineer. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and the team probably almost region. It's all do Western offer. Key region. Into when they say they are going to play the mafia, they are playing the mafia and they are playing it well. Then so Drew baby campaign free wa. He because they be free wa bano. Sebe I Crocodile the John. Crocodile the John the Eguso Koso. My delegates no bindi. But delegates yen kaisa on the 31st. See a so ballot paper ni mua. Number 1 we enter. We are voting for number 1 for jobs. We are voting for number 1 jobs for the youth cash in the system program. We are voting number 1 production. Having so many factories in the system so that maintain about what being a Jumaye. Who voting number 1 so that the Boko conflict will come to an end, whereby Yera Kennedy, Ebe Yusu, and Juma will be creating more jobs. One man, the place ni na so busy man mountain about when who say they are using their full potentials to work and gain money to improve their lives rather than fighting each other. Voting number 1, see benya discipline in the system, financial discipline, administrative discipline, societal discipline, and the entry and about our dressing and other things. We are losing everything. Morality is going down. And the baby a dream. What we teach any year by Jumani. Ujidi United States Kennedy. You better number 1 or the ama no be president. Na said the one who said baby ya catch you age na no moya brabo. Ye two number 1, Eddie making sure say ye benya accountable government. Ye benya mamua or my baby na ye who send ye see ko. Katasa shepo ye ne kan bien kan because who's strong per say ye Kennedy you say the enemy who's so self wakobokro no Eddie abeshe no. Ye two number 1 ama ye madachi. And the every free SHS. Shall be a free SHS in the nam. Into your nature one and society between a band say Benya Nipa or what GDA in this education. Here Kennedy is talking about say, Yembe Twasun read the books, no theory. That's why he's a pragmatic leader. We need real solutions, practical solutions into the courses that we are going to even run in the education sector in our area. We are voting number 1 for my Ghana GD. We are voting number 1. So MPP delegate a wire chairman 20 years. We see when you so obey bibia nejina sa wire in your voting. If you continue to do the old thing, don't expect new results. You continue to do the old thing. These old people, like seriously, they know why they are following massively. Now so me I know we grassroots yet the anything. Yen kaisa number 1 yen trap. For a reason and a nature, a repeat year Kennedy, our number 1 BM. Some intimidations near the brain, all the systems need a manipulating for one person. No, 7 no soon, but so because we Kennedy at Jumampono, and we were Kennedy at 37%. None can net. Already, Fatu Trim say there's an established candidate that some people are protecting. So the fairness of the contest is what we are even challenging. Last time it showed on Facebook and my social media handles that the fairness of this election is already challenged. Right from day 1, you call Congress by SSK best start to about police officer there be or more that will choose by. So let's maintain, let's use that bottom top approach. Nelson so normal when he say the grassroots no who no say SSK before some of them no be seen no. Say yeah, go for change. Let's go for
party issues. But everybody go say MPP no and other political party no. Why ne be anim? Na de obi anim no o kana kre. Omunim say you rack in the Agyapong. The nipa enum no aba no. O da nyane kra na buza say why in the kana kra? One person. You rack in the Agyapong because I want a man who na enya obeka. I want na enya obeka. I don't see a idea. I don't want happen. When you telling him, yet turn on my reason, a bear admission, a bear too much easier for us compared to other candidates.
Ogee Abacha, my feedback.
Oh, sorry. Mama Kasamoy, what I fetch me, acknowledge for your member, I find YouTube. And then I may check it out with the fetch me. You say we are live on YouTube. Oh, for your member team.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Fache to ask my.
So, we share the personality in Swa. Personally, send you see Adoye. Say COVID-19 buy $1 million at all. Say PP any sanu mana teacher no. A kai Ghana for any obon kota banese or you be a sikaban and someone on fine share. And Osha Adia or so called plant at the command Tamale teaching hospital. OC cardiac center or 37. Osha Confanoche machines, dialysis machines, or their common homo, and in Yoma Oyena. A just say the Jumanishan is obeti and non anima
and Ray Cra will call voters so as answer a who hospital so near ma.
Yes, and the Ohe in records now, and ye obepe candidate in Tinoye, why ya dear Chamuda, and ye are there consistently, no, a bit my edua. One of the things and the MPP Fonso, El Shadia Kotwaba, Amayura can Agyapong say, ene yera Mahmoud Bawumia yera do Akufo-Addo de ne bae no o de ne bae se obetima ye nhihye ama economy no agina ne naso but o hwe enema ye komo from 2020 dey back 2024 no a o hwe petrol price o hwe inflation o hwe cedi dollar any sa exchange rate ni nyoma ni nyina no a ade a ekotiae today omo hwe ennese do yemmo yera Mahama baso de but enema omo ye no do artificial but yemma mu no enipa dodo no ebetima tena se hu se we artificial na siga na se nke de fa ne amfa no ono no dodo na ani ye dodo no ani ni se de okom dia ne omen de onim ni se no otomu ni se ene yi se de onim ni se petrol no na ye 14 ene 11 ene eba anunti se de yera Bawumia kwa it will be very very difficult on his advantage say or economists to talk about economic issues because your time you didn't give us any good record. I don't say one of the things that MPP for no ede kwhwe akotwaba year 2026 January 31st. One of the things is that almost a consistency of the candidates message. Almost a year in Japan 2023 or buy and also create jobs. 2025 or buy also jobs. But what the total other and the direct opposite one. Almost 2023 no era Mahmoud Bawumia be catch say o yesrimni na yede ne kwa isrimfo beto o ye kremoni yede ne kwa first Muslimini obedi president anunti yemfa ne nko delegates ne say asem no mutie ye no they are shocked because if any of our party people ebusa say sabi wasema obeka kire 2023 no busa wasem say kremoni woy ayesrem ne woy a yese wo ye tribalism religious politics enjomu say saade ne ye nada ye de dada wo mo enunti se wanti man nyina so wo de abaji to me ne ye de wokọ ne se bu ho kontakire now say ye religious tribal there ye be fe ho adwene because nada and obedada in 2023 enti wo hwe sanuma we ekoso ni nyina no a one of the biggest issues for example in Sunafo South me free Kukum Sankware Kwapon Abom adin impatem no that conflict ekoso bi ewo boko zone no ade hayeyi papa in fact oko mi area bit say atotro mu a minim police station women organizer oye kusasi ni a o say senia ne mpanyimfo asoma free boko empatem abeti omo warning no ono aba no onkoto ampanyampa wa ankoto ene no minim in a half region minim a constituency secretary bako 2024 abato no want to be because of that conflict. Enti sasem we no ye take time near chiro muya we are not doing religious or tribal politics, but the reality and the fact is that agina eda yenipa binum trimu no don't talk one day any rabbi men de bae yenyina enim se hyase ache ba ebinum ngidi say se man bedi yeso as president ya omonsa ase enu moja pade be firi omonsa enti ensi china se be makwan ama yeraba omia abedi mampani na obaje nkofo no nsase e de firi omonsa sa na bebre no amini omahia no eka e de ekyeremi a ya de a LSMP before ehye so ehye ni ye mini a yeria wo hye yera Kennedy ohene Japan a medika ka 2024 your candidate no ohia na the credibility issues kakra ewo ho o share the current economic performance o share say onu akokan no baby say esremfo mienu na eba ba ko kwan so be ko mienu 8 years ba ko kwan so be ko 9 as a Ghana for amfana nko ne de 9 kwa ebeche ansa na basremfo. The psyche of the country will not support Adia even say Yera Mahama free so echina na na leche yewura baomia esaba onim say Ghana no most of the time no ebirim de hisem and it for about because mo di kakra monko no bi nsumra bi no saa ne ma no adwuma psyche of the voter in Ghana I don't see saa ne ma no ade be continue 2028 menia me born ni nyina tofa no o hwe yewura Canada Japan campaign na 2023 no Osha there has been massive improvement. They say there were campaign structures from the national, region, constituency, electoral area to the polling station level.
Okay.
The TSLA Omoye Juma etc. I don't see Osha Sanya AC call Yeraba Baumian Drubebia Nana Semenya inspiring Nana Semna Okano Ungu Baby Odikosino. Now you reckon Japan can the needs of the delegates, acquire psychologically. Yenuanum worry opposite, Yenu may be me and some be person me change here for and so. One, attacks on the candidate of Iraq and Japan. But I don't know, Mecca say he has done extremely well. Say unresponding to any of their unnecessary, unwarranted, and unprovoked attacks. You name say, other opponents, Two, Osha Yira Baumia, Nyomabia, say, Bidomo Kanana form say, the Okambi Yira, Canada Japan Kahumbi and 2024 and Yelusu and an instant any other. This is the way I am dealing with the issue in my region. After election, the national executives, FR, party members, you do so you tria, and my Professor Michael Kwe. So on Fankoy and Shishimun, the Intia, Yenimguasi, this magnitude. And Shishimun, so on the report. Abre your party national executives now. So I delegates be am no be them busa almost say you share your executives here way. Omusu no mo ban ni o me bi omo ya. Say report na Professor Michael Kwe de buy no. Say you Canada Japan ho asem ba kokura wo mu one page and can report na better abontin. When you tease their mind in this regard, almost many about Mohozo. And to be real, my so be up Baba Capture was second in Japan Kahumbi and you lose you be who because the report doesn't say that. It says otherwise. But I nipa back for and you might want to report to the Munti and the same from a trouble. But the Andrea we will have a shock of our lives after 31st, report on the Bible. Now you're mistake in India, you're returning in I don't think I had there, and also I there a top delegates, it's me, Papa. Niamema woman in a who say Yera Baumia a campaign at Tonsium. I don't see they have resorted to emotional campaign. Emotional campaign in political science is Tediano. Campaign doesn't target your head. Your head, you're the man utra. But the ma wakoma dia wakoma no bebubu na wakoye ne nipa na wewe emotional campaign bi ni say Yera Mahama NDC for no mo ka say ensum kram na say President Kufuado odware obi ankata na ankre so ne sa ne manema no one we ya ebechi wakoma obakoye de enye say emotional campaign na Yera Baomianom eye e form ne say Kofo call me, Akufuado call me and say, enti say ama Baumia Nkobia na yedina bro. This is how I handle the issue. I no correct. So mupe history. History no so no. I started 96. You started a history in 1992. Yera adubo ahenkoye no. The performance now the buy no. Why ama yentimi antoane so. Ena Yera Kofo ebae. For first performance on the buy was a massive improvement on 1992. And you said 2020 you had 2000 lo and behold ye kodim kunim. Now share you Rakufuado on also the first results. It was massive. You even won the election, but constitutionality and me and my alcohol. And after 2012 also, we won the election, but for Supreme Court and until 2 terms now they were justified. Even that, be anyone who vice president. President Kufuor was never a vice president. Yewura Kufuor was never a vice president, but they did a very massive performance. What they compare the ne omo pese yenwa. Yewura Bawumia running mate for 8 years. Why vice president for 8 years? Party not on 16 solid years. So Okofa results way back now. Say the results went. I was say you also do could be more. Now you are insulting the intelligence of the delegate because at the end now you are not being fair. I don't see in our all endeavors we should guide against that emotional blackmail of the delegates. Say we call me we call me and we call say and because we share campaign Kennedy Agyapong Kasobaba be creative jobs. Ask the delegate say you about me and be money no kwa. Again, no one kasa no mukoti asem no. Womunye film dia koye adwuma. Ohundi kofi e dia koye adwuma ama eye MPP adim kunim. There's nothing he's saying. And Osha obviously President Kufuor ba also have insurance. Oba no obey have insurance no or the free maternal care crab account. Yewura Kufuor oba. The Trump card was free SHS. Ghana former na konya no betimi abaye. Yewura Kennedy Agyapong obey. The Trump card drops. Enti bia iconic utim say sabi obi obeti bia hu say sabi abawo mu a ye man kwan betimi abaye. But what they compare the others now, you are not listening and you are not hearing anything tangible like that. It makes the campaign very, very different from others. And then Osha, baby, Biano, Unwas and Papabia, or capture delegates. And for us in the half region there, as Nsanamuti background, I was having a WhatsApp meeting with my constituency directors, Free Echinako, Yamami Christiana Agyapong, incoming first lady. Baba tour in a half region, already 2 days. So we were discussing how to make the tour very, very successful. Again, very, very fruitful discussion. And for us in the half region there, we are very, very poised to deliver our full. One thing we have credible people leading our campaigns in the various constituencies.
That's the most important thing.
Only compare the opposite now. Worse because the old Grofoya or Mamwa Fonfoya and they said the name. And my campaign here for had the Maya. Mijili said the hearing and what they name to meet the 31st January. No, we will deliver a half for Honorable Kennedy Agyapong, a Beboa, a Makana, and a very disciplined president. A bit my boy, a man minded channel at me Akoso.
Ogee, Mr. Wa Bonsema no mami ansana matwaso. You see, and then Ogee nyade. Honorable Nyamishira papa wakasa papa na I've learned a lot from your speech awamano. Now actually so say ampa we a communication team member ampa. You see mo bo adwuma Nyamishira mo na adwuma no enye fruitful emaye. Na ye chiche time ne kakra mesan ba ho biu na wodi mi awura ye ma me to onum kakra. Masebe ya yen ada ayinu so enyina so nche bebe because e bi mu kra so network ba bi omo woni ade ade na hyeda mmoa nti ma me mo so 15 bi no so nchire omu dem ewi a me hyeda no wa discuss o ma me na de no pa na atiefo so ati because omo pemu ahu chief honorable yes sir meet you huna Ye mo adwuma kakra.
Agos.
Ye tiefo ma wakwa aba. Udabo Ogee TV na Omega TV. Yes sir.
We dey Mr. We need not for Ken. That can baby or the network in nye. Mr. We dey can be breach protocols kakra na nkwa hwe na ma me any DM.
Ma antina on say me bisa message we am say one respond.
Sir, oh sorry any man Mr. We need DM ma.
We dey honorable ya ibese se do ye ho a ye nya achinye. Nti ye hu ahwese obema ye ne na di nkomo ka se be ye obetimi asi form na ya ka na aka ye nko a ye da asenya mi shaw na bo ken o ye good otwi ya na ye mfa nko
I beg I'll speak English.
Oh okay. Honorable, you are welcome to Omega and Ogee TV. All right, okay.
Thank you so much.
You're also live on Phobia TV.
Okay, that's great to know. Sorry for I've been struggling with my network here, but I'm just praying that you get to hear what I have to say. First
for now, it's clear. It's loud and clear.
It's clear. That means I don't have to shake again. Okay, so this is Hassan Kapinta, Communications Director for Ken team in the Northern region. And I must start off by stating that this year, inshallah, by the grace of God, Ken's message, Ken's approach has been very, very, very succeeding in terms of how we deliver the message down here. Because over the years, I think from 2023, one of our major issues had to do with how we were approaching issues. And I think Honorable Ken have now gotten the real team to actually guide some of the approaches he used in how he deliver the messages. A clear example would be recently we had him in the region and we had the most successful tours, campaign tours in our political history, from reception to how people pay attention and considering the aftermath of the tour, feedback we got from grounds was really telling that this is the time for Kennedy and the northern region is ready to receive Kennedy. So let's narrow down to the message. The message. Right now, I think communicators are smiling because Honorable Ken has made their work so easy for them. Yes, because this is the first time we've actually had a candidate to just simplify his message to practical terms. When he's speaking to even a kid, the kid gets to understand and believe that what he's saying is doable. Okay. We were able to successfully tour 18 conferences, and the message was very loud and clear. Honorable Ken targeted what the people actually needed, which is jobs. I don't know about other regions, but you come down to the north, all you keep hearing is job everywhere. And I'm very happy that this has been our flagship message. Ken, when you look at Ken, even without hearing him, what you see is what? Job creation. Because before he even tells you that he's coming to do this, there are evidence all around for you to have that tangible evidence that, oh, what this man is saying, he's actually going to do it. And we've reached a point in our political life where people are associating politics to the seat. You understand? So down here, there are a whole lot of people who actually develop that apathy to vote, not because of anything, but simply because they keep hearing promises, but it never gets actualized. So when Ken came, actually, for one, I think he beat my expectation, even as the communication director, because I thought he was coming to give us abstract explanations. And he came with a very well simplified message. People were able to resonate to whatever he said.
Okay.
And they didn't, you see, delegates didn't get to doubt him because He is one person in our political history. I'm not even going to narrow it just to MPP party. In our politics, when you hear honesty, there's one name that comes to your mind. That is Honorable Kennedy Ohina Agyapong. So for doubt, people in the north don't doubt this man. Truth, people in the north see him as a true symbol of what? Truth and honesty. And when we come to discipline in the northern region, we, together with all other well-meaning MPP supporters in the region, have acknowledged the fact that MPP as a party is in, like, we are very, 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 if I should say, we need to get fixed. And before we can do that, we need a whip cracker like Kennedy Ohina Agyapong who can look you in the eye and tell you, look, we are friends, but you do this again, you're going to be fired. And that is what they see in the man. So Ken, as a person, his persona alone is a message to deliver victory for the MPP party. Ken, if Ken had just even come to contest for this primaries without a single message, his persona alone could secure us victory, because everyone is able to see what we need in our leadership right now. You ask anybody in the country, they will tell you that MPP has lost direction, and that is because our leadership has a problem. So just to get a good leader, to get a brave leader like Ken alone is enough a message to be able to, regalvanize the energy that we lost as a party to fight for power in 2028. And he's coming not just with that persona I'm talking about, but with that core message of hope, which is job creation. And he's been able to demonstrate in simple terms how he can do that. Here in the northern region, for the first time, we've got to learn that, look, with how we always sow our smokes, because when you come down here, there is no area, there's no constituency you go.
I was even about to ask you that question.
Yes, there is no constituency you come down to the north, then you wouldn't find smoke weavers and smoke makers. So when he came down and he was able to demonstrate, I wouldn't say he preached the message, he demonstrated it. And people bought into it because they knew what he was saying was doable. And that's one good thing I like about our campaign. Okay, we don't just say it, but we practicalize it. And people get to relate to it. So if I'm saying I'm bringing the factory is not just any complex thing or something that we can actually do as Africans or as Ghanaians. So if he's saying he's coming to leverage on the resources you have to create the jobs for you, it tells you that, probably you could do this, but because your mind had never trained to that angle, that is why you could do this, but because you lack the resources. And that is where he, being the president, comes in, because with that status, he'll be able to actually get or put together the needed resources that can secure you the industries, the factories he's talking about. Then you come down here. If you hear northern region, it's not as if we are not engaged into other, source of livelihood. But our major livelihood depends on what? Farming.
Farming, yeah.
So if Ken is coming, and I know that in my house, I have no less than 3 farmers. I myself am a farmer. There is no house you go into, then you wouldn't find serious farmers. So if Honorable Ken is coming and his message is that, look, I have identified that you are engaged in subsistence farming. That is, you only farm. Majority of our farmers down here do what we call you feed to farm. You farm to feed your family. And it's coming to point to you that, look, with my support, I'll be able to provide for you the delegates who are farmers. I'll be able to provide for you loan-free interest of interest-free loans. You'll be able to, is coming to give you subsidized inputs. It's coming to give you free fertilizers. And you know deep down your heart that you need it. You know deep down your heart that you need it. And he didn't stop there. If he's telling you that, look, sometimes it's not about how you farm. It's not about how well you farm, but after harvest, what happens to your produce? Are you able
It
to
will
sell
just get spoiled.
Good. That is where he's saying no. He's providing that ready market for you, the farmers. How will he do that? He's going to institutionalize or set up factories that will be readily available to absorb whatever you are producing as raw materials. Once you do this, they will be able to attach value to whatever you are producing as a region. They'll be able to turn whatever produce that you shall be harvesting into finished goods. And when you do this, meaning it's also going indirectly to cut down our importation rate. So I don't know. Like this man, sometimes I wonder if he's indeed a Ghanaian. Excuse me to say that. Because look, he says things ordinarily, but you look at the whole thing and the effect of what he's saying is very complex. Like it's beyond as a country. I just started from a constituency level to the regional level, and now it's shooting to the national level. Because if he's able to actually empower farmers down the northern region, it's not just going to help the region, but it's going to help the entire nation as a whole. Because you do that by targeting to cut down our importation rate, then increase our exportation rate. So meaning this issue of IMF always going to IMF for loans is also going to be addressed through that agriculture vision he's coming with.
Initiatives, okay.
So
Yeah.
in northern region, this is the message that has been given, and there is nobody to counter that, because everybody in the region is able to acknowledge or appreciate the fact that what this man is saying, it can be done.
Doable.
It's not
Yeah.
anything complex. It's doable. So I know candidates who are yet to visit the region. I'll speak for my region. They are now going to revise whatever message or approach they were coming to use in the northern region, because the message has been well brought down here. Then the argument that was dragging us back and forth, I think it's been diffused, like to the barest minimum. The issue of vote for this candidate because he is a brother.
Because he's
That
your
has
brother.
that has been deflated, because right now is the delegates who call to tell us that when they come, some of them dare not even repeat what they used to say. Okay, because
Okay.
once before they even do that, they put the questions to them. There was one delegate, a council of elder, who called me. I'll mention the place name, Tolong constituency. Yes,
Okay.
he called and he was like, but these things the man was saying, how come they never heard it from any political bigwig in the region? Is it that they knew and they deliberately didn't even put it before consideration by any government, or they didn't know at all? So you get it. So it has sparked some sort
That's
of
the
thought
difference
in the
between
northern
somebody
mind.
who smells money and somebody
Good.
who smells certificates.
Good. So farming. His message on farming was very clear and loud. His message on entrepreneurship, especially using our smoke this thing, explaining how we could actually make millions out of it, explaining how we could turn that into an export product, was something very, very well sent down here. Then I said people are comparing candidates in the region here. And now I think it's been made very clear to everyone that Kennedy Ohina Agyapong is representing the change people need. Because right now, we are considering the floating voter population in this country, because they are going to be the game changers in the 2028 election. Okay? And statistics will
Okay.
tell you that our floating voter population ranges between, I think, 10% of the last voter register, which was 18 million. So So that is to say, we have 1.8 million to 2 million voters who are not aligned or affiliated to any of the political parties. So how do we penetrate into this 1.8 million unaffiliated political followers? How do we get to convince them to voting for the MPP party? We shouldn't just be concerned about maintaining our voter base, because our last flag bearer, I think he has already destroyed that. Because if from 92, as my boss was saying, I would appreciate it just to 2024, you took us back into a nosedive, meaning you've crushed us. Okay.
Exactly.
Look, we need someone who can quickly pick up the pieces and fix us back into a stronger machine to be able to go into the 2028 election. So that 1.8 million voters should be our target. How do we get to convince them? We can only convince them if we bring a change. Because before I even get to buy into your message, I should be looking at in your own household how many people believe in what you are saying. So if our own people rejected a candidate, how then do you expect an outsider to buy into what he's selling?
USC.
So that's the question.
That's true.
That is the question we should ask. Okay, so who can do that? We need a change. And look, the rest of the four contenders all represent a change. But who is the major change? It's Kennedy or Agyapong. So every Brian follower knows deep down his or her heart that, look, at the end of the day, it's Kennedy we are looking to actually save this party. Edichum followers will tell you the same thing. Engineer followers will tell you the same thing. Okay? So there are so many.
Even with the Baumia himself, all his followers knew, but they are just pretending like an ostrich.
So some of his communicators sometimes will call me that, look, our communication team, this is what is happening. We were praying for, Baumia communicators will tell me that we are praying that unless your candidate win, so that you get to bring all of us back on board. And
look at this.
The MPP, for the first time, we have this precious opportunity, just to pick victory on a silver platter. I don't know what we are trying to satisfy. Is it ego? Is it our sentiment? Because people are preaching that we bring Baumia just to satisfy some kind of thinking. That is what I believe. It's not about power. It's about people singing the anthem that, you can't, they won't allow a northerner to lead. But must politics be reduced to that? Politics, if you read, those of us, those who have read political science, they will tell you the main focus is to draw development.
See, with this, sorry to interject, with this issue, what they are not thinking about is, even if Baumia, we send him like 8 years, she will be like 70 plus. So are we ready to send somebody who is 70 plus to be the president again?
So my brother, you see, there's that difference between something being or someone being marketable and someone being sellable. Okay, the fact that you are able to market a product doesn't mean people will buy into it. Okay, but there are sellable products that you may not even market, but people will look for it in the market. There are so many products that are not on TV, yet they buy what we see. Good.
No adverts. But everywhere you get someone selling it and someone is, the demand is high.
Because I would like to ask Dan why.
Okay.
Ozzy.
I would like to ask him a question when he's done.
Okay. Let me ask my final question and then you summarize and I will end with you.
Okay.
You see, Tamale Airport is there and it's turning into like a white elephant. And upon hearing this man telling you he's going to bring a Minister of Agric into
Agriculture,
Tamale, so that they will boost Agric and use the Tamale Airport to do the export and all those things. How do your people see this message or take this message?
Oh, you see, I wanted to actually conclude on that note because that is the big push down here. Minister of Agric shall be brought to the northern region. Meaning, it will force you, my brothers, to come to the northern region and move. By so doing, it's going to draw down development to other aspects of our economy. You coming to the northern region because you need one or two things to be done at the agri ministry. People will get to at least appreciate our culture better. People will get to even set up other businesses. Because once you come down here, trust me, you'll be able to spot business opportunities that you never imagined. And the Tamale Airport, as he mentioned, once we have an agri ministry here, once our agriculture sector is boosted, our farmers are cushioned to be able to produce 100 times what they are producing, and we having a ready cargo terminal, not a Tamale International Airport anymore. If that is turned into a cargo terminal, meaning we'll be able to fly our produce out directly into the European market within 5 hours. So this alone is an opportunity, one in a million. And I am saying, all I keep telling people on radio, on TV down here, is that if this should slip out of our hands, then we shall be doomed forever as a region. We've been crying for all this. Even what we've been crying for, I think we've been crying for much lesser than what Honorable Ken is coming to offer us. And he has demonstrated that it's doable. So that ministry, bringing that ministry down to the northern region, I was thinking that Southerners may feel that, his campaign is all about North, because I see it favoring we Northerners more than even the Southern sector. So for the northern region, so far so good. For the feedback we are getting on the grounds indicates that this time they need Ken not just to lead the party, but to be the president. And that brings us to the case of protecting the will of the people. Because as I told you, people have called me, the elderly have called me, and they keep repeating that, look, it isn't that we didn't vote for your candidate. This time around, we need him more than you do. So all they are asking us now to do is we have to open our eyes and resource security, so that whatever the people shall come out to vote, at the end of the day, it will be counted and considered. So if Northerners didn't want to vote for Honorable Kennedy Agyapong, they wouldn't be worried about protecting their votes. That tells you that even the last time, it wasn't that they didn't vote, but things were twisted. So this time around, if as a team, they are out of the team or they're outside the team, and they are indicating to us that there is that need for us to protect their votes for Honorable Kennedy Agyapong, that is to tell you that he has won in advance. But we, as communicators, we as stakeholders, how do we ensure that their votes are protected? I think it is it's something very, very important that we need to look at. I think my brother said he had a question to ask.
Oh, okay, I'll allow him to ask any question that you want. But for the security, just assure your people that there's no qualms. Everything will be done. Ogee, go on.
Yeah, I think
because we have kept those people
the last
for a long time.
The last submission can answer my question, but the question I wanted to ask is that this message was sold to the Northerners 2023, and it's what we're selling now. What makes you sure that they are going to buy to it this time? And that is what you said at the last submission, that they voted, but things were twisted. So was that the case, or?
Okay. So to answer this, I think so many factors came in. The issue of intimidation was really real down here, I must confess, because I had my campaign secretary slapped at one of the constituencies. We had one constituency where the sitting MP was stationed at the voting grounds, where people had to show whatever they were voting. Down here in the northern, it happened. And right now, he's no more the MP for the place. You understand? We had people who were campaigning, I think, Sanarago like this. Sanarago, we won and our people were harassed there. We had incidents, so many incidents around that was kind of under severe intimidation. We had people who had contracts with our party appointees and MPs, and there was that silent intimidation. Oh, you have your finger in my mouth, so you go and misbehave and see. You understand what I'm talking about? But right now, we are all
Okay.
on a level playing ground. And trust me, the approach Ken used, even though the message is the same, but the approach he used last primaries is not the same approach he used now. And right now, I think it's making things very, very easier for the delegates to relate with. And lastly, the last time when they were preaching that, oh, Baumia is this, Baumia is that, Baumia is that, people actually felt like, let's give him the benefit of the doubt. And they did. And what's the result? An abysmal performance. So they are now like, oh, we've given him his 10. So I think it's enough. That's what some of the delegates keep telling us. If they had not given him his 10, by now they would have still been having that feeling that, oh, he could have delivered. So luckily they gave him that 10, and he was not able to deliver. So that makes everything settle now. One, there would be no intimidation. We are all on the level playing ground. Our approach is different now. And now the issue, the message of decentralizing this ministries, where we shall be having the entire agri ministry down here. Even if it was there, it wasn't well communicated. But this time around, come on, that's what we are singing, and people are rejoicing. So North is for Ken. If you look at our name, you see North for Ken. So the northern region is for Ken now.
Agos, please, can I
go
answer
very much.
first?
Okay.
Phoebe. Okay, but I think the other ones are okay. No problem. Just a minute.
One. I wanted to ask. We had this report that there are some people who are working for Honorable Ken in the northern region, and there's this intimidation or this threat, if I can put it that way, that some community leaders were being taxed to harass them, and some were even told if they vote for Honorable Ken, they shouldn't come back to the community. I want to know how true is this, and if it's true, have you heard any of that? If you've heard of any of that, have you taken any to take care of that? Thank you so much.
Okay. So thank you very much. I think it's very important you ask this question. It came up during our tour, I think at Yendi constituency, even though it wasn't coming from Yendi as a constituency, it came to the team's notice. But upon digging into it, we realized that it was just a mere rumor, and nothing of that sort was actually proven to be a fact. And just as I told you, the people themselves are praying that they get the opportunity to make the man the president, not even the leader of our party. So that's these rumors, or they keep coming sometimes just to distract us as a team. But we remain poised, we remain focused, because we need to deliver. We just want to make an impact in the victory of Ken, because Ken is winning. So we as a region must make that impact, so that when they are bringing the ministry, people will not get to argue. So there's nothing like that, my brother. That's a mere propaganda.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much for
thank you very much.
Message.
Anyway, I'm Carpenter. I'm called Carpenter. That's my name.
Oh, okay. That's
yeah.
Okay, Mr. Hassan, we are very
boss
having you. So we really appreciate.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Yeah, victory for Ken.
All right. Honorable Chief, we did a poacher pa Mredukra, a case de man. I'm say questions in Bibeke County.
Come on here, Papa.
You cry in some cotonia serwa. Today, and I when Jesus women, oh, massive no cries. I have a but I will batch on you to Hona, you knew come up.
Ayo,
Yedi
One
kind.
Agos Pato, Ansana.
Echiao.
Agos 1 second. Mesa mo amuti e no e mpeni fo na ne ho twetwe nkomo. Aha, ntina obi si time no dos no do for me something go mbasa mo ba on board Pato. Ye no mu wie ansana obukọ a na bia be fa nkofo on board no. Me so minutes na mo de kasa ne de. The program no is for them this hour. Pato. Why? Because Agos enko.
Mo thank you say wa correct sir Adenade. Pacho the aduru no so ye Honorable Francis is it Anum Boating, Eastern Regional Campaign Coordinator for Ken. Me pacho na me ne wo kasai.
me a pepe.
All right, mo nyame shraw. Honorable ye mo akwa baba Ogee TV so, Omega TV so for live wo New York, Bronx. Na Honorable Senka Ufri Eastern Region. Na munipa ba akoso atie sim se ka president ye mfama no e dia soro nko no wahu afiri wona bokana ka kompre kwa Agyapong ho a enti udi na chi na wose Ghana fo nyina amwa o ene MPP fo nyina amwa ne mfa wona bokana dia kompre kwa Agyapong emra ne ba chobi timi ne ya tie fo ache
Yo, mame ni kansha mpanifo platform so nyina. My two colleagues from Ahafo region and then the north. Said Omama a good delivery of Omuzona and near my happen or Omo maybe jurisdiction Omama na yate. Near the kind. Me akasa me kase we twa me dini Francis Anom Boating. Anom ne de kwafu di kwapem for ne to Anom. Ye de ne Anom. Na Obesha Edi Francois and the so we will be out tire sports. I've been the chairman of Ogee United for some time. I was once the CEO of Ogee United. Yeah.
It's no dini do so sa no.
Entina say fortunately or unfortunately Messiah patron Brian constituency Abitifi. The 5 patrons about Abitifi and I'm one of them. Afi Osankodi Ogee United as president of Ogee United, I was his CEO. And you were bride a bar. And for me to defy him and support Honorable Ken, you should know the type of person that I am. Now and Ukraine the Ghana for Eka. Now will be say a dear is from Kuntina, Emma maybe you were Kenachi. Near the kind. Me believe in his ideas. From 2023, I was the spokesperson for the team. In 2023, okay. Unfortunately, my coordinator last week, Yana, any working na acquire na year Ubuko now on also. Said we were tearing na chikakra. And my last week na honorable weekends na Owoko, Emia Yena Sana or Bessia Court voter region. Now the woman say NPP as a political party. There were core members of about 2 million. Oshe Majid Sayewa Mahamadi Winia, he got almost about 6.7 million. And to say, this analysis to one. Your uncle sympathizers of MPP. They form almost about 2 million, and I say 2.something million. Almost yes, uncle for not to say, you know, near catch also none be no yes, to Rollins be bubuye, and or boy we ma, and see, his uncle for no. Because of the treatment, I won't pay for Muntino. Or no, on your MPP member, but we any day or better about my MPP. And you are voting a you for the visa, Omodia, Omo fruity, or Kohano Abaha. It is a 2 million in Hakotuma candidate, Ghana for the Omompe. Near the Neba. Won't mean converse that 4.6 million are there, no. Who hear Omon Betraka and son what me, I make it, or what make it a president in this country. And so what are Ghanaians saying? Diana Ghana for a day eka. Now offer baby and you'll be a catcher on a say. You were ken. Many animal can be brave about me ideas ni numa or person or yema yen nesania manemani. Or Chisha Okas will be move ministries in the Saotia or Kase or the Ministry of Trade Ebeko Eastern Region. And Obesha. Kofuono yeta ye nipa bi a yeta pe business asem. And to me, when he mentions that he is bringing the Ministry of Trade to Eastern Region, anyame mama because also a businessman. And now sha ye di na most of us are businessmen. Me no kasi because we obo be mienu miensa bi wabo so kan. Am ye mo adwuma. the sign of baby and san was whom I know some year more aduma. And to be a nipa na idea we are chini na ye nipa bia sebi obia e believe say to solve the problem of unemployment no or no nipa ye de ba or ti business ase no nim say ye this is scope a corp foreign bureau cost $100. And so when he's talking about dollar, he knows what he's talking about. It's not only practical. Say, oh, we in the CIB or no the team what you say. What you say? Into or no nipa or the bar, the business community, and every economy beyond ekita the business community. Into essence on what business as it is here you reckon. Opa yanko try about so kind. Obenya be 80% or. And once again, I was once the PRO of Abosu Cancer Paper Dealers Association. I'm saying me guys our position now about 1.5 years ago, yeah. Abosu Can. What you say? It yet, and there might be a papa a person yet I say. Now said we will be ban over catcher or say, you were Baumia, a dubois, only a corner back when a crowd on person of the count. We come, you know, we come here, some patch will be south beside say. So papa go school no do class 3 na teacher repeating na second year ya say repeating na o ne ba no go school na do class 3 o do anu ka teacher me papa do class 3 ha mo repeating it ma be do ha repeating sa na ye no enti because say empanifo ni bi atwa mu no omo call 2 ni 3 no eye by force say e was a party ne time bia ye ko 2 ni ye ko 3 now, Eastern region in particular, the dynamics in the Eastern region are a bit different from the other regions. The reason being that you were Brian Champon, you were MPs, ne other people who constituency region more on one sponsor. Ama ebimu beye MP any other. Now the fear is that because you were an ensemble you do no bintino. The constituency executives and some of the chairmen and all those people, they are afraid to say Obano obe openly obe diken achia. Ebia obe man a contest at this cartoon. And there was some of them supporting us. Ebia me being the regional coordinator and I'm no mukasa. They will tell you Francois Munye we monfaha we are say neighbor we na yesi. And you have no said down who open campaign ni bebre to senia. Obehun wo ba before for no especially abitifi and price. As for their farm place no more they honey they know a stronghold that I last time na you renew. And this time around the dynamics and assassin because last year no krana na your president efi region no na ministers Slowusu Hwan Panifue wo nyina scholarship secretariat and all those positions in our region we were able to make 33.4%. Not this time was I influence na they say no e fa na say party no e fa na say obia anya obia and na two you were Brian Champon so no a major financier of the campaign in last region. To be frank with you, last year, as we speak, Baumia campaign team and our national and shut down first Kabia Ama Eastern region because he promised them say Eastern region expenditure now obey. Into Omontian fat resources, Papa Bia and said that Ama Eastern region with the exception of about 6 or 5 of the MPs now almost the almost the into Omo here you were Brian Shea. It is here now or no Brian and so Ankasa TSM or no so a nipa ni bi no. Ebema Baumia strength for region ni mon akofom. Ye region ye baby amount for a said a slow pass e o isi region there e bia ye wura Brown obefa na fala ompadifo me ka kire mo na mo mate. As we speak today, say ye ka say ye to aba enne the year. Out of the 33 constituencies now I can assure you of 12 as at now. Your best 7 your Juma or who I was say ye. And I to me yes Juma those constituencies will come and add up for us to get between 15 to 19 constituencies in Eastern region. And say if Sahara statistics here a year Juma, you can see say Eastern region and your fala ma obiasa. That's why I say Yura, Maya Champon, a war resources no na our influence will region no any niema ekeka honyina. And adia baako a ema ade nneɛma yɛ sonko ɛwɔ yɛ eastern region say the youth because baabi a wobɛkɔ biara no wohwɛ enipa ɔmo support ewura Canada Japan a we bear 10 gyina hɔ a wobɛnya youth bear 6 or 7 a ɔmo ka saa team no and this time around people are willing say ɔmo bɛboa. I can tell you the last time ɔmo yɛ see MPs 15 bi I could declare hwan about 2 hours to that program na many mpanifo no saa MPs ni be 2 akasa. Why? Because enipa bi mpɛ so ɔmo bɛyi ɔmo ani wɔ nipa bi ho because of position na ɔmo occupy or previous government nti yɛn mpanifo no bi wɔ hɔ a yɛne saa nkurɔfo no bi bebree ɛkasa yɛnim where they stand yɛnim obi ɔbɛka kyerɛ so omi de di wɔ akyi but mama onipa wɔ ni nti so ohia bibi a na ɔpɛ so yɛ bibi a fafa so wasuwe so mɛyɛ ama ɛno nyinaa ɛwɔ hɔ enti no deɛ mɛka kyerɛ amanfo no sɛ election no enye so easy for anybody me mpese ye de be say adwemu say eye mreman eno ne bem yakoso eye adwumaden na nso so metimi aka chewo say ebeba 31st January 2026 ye wura ken ohini Agyapong eba be the president of Ghana said ye ne nyina ye ka no ye wura wa so yen sesesi ono onkasa enti kasa bi ba yen na yebeye kasa no ama ono na me ade ba ko ame ye ne say we should size our people's mind against money on D-Day. One very important thing pa it me say me gina wona me kasa na ma chirechiri mu ache o say so obi ma 4,000 na 2,000 na o say to abama no open the policy na okoto abama na mo ni problem but say 2,000 na o de ma o that day no enti na wo gina so akoto abade America kire o say bosumi bia wa ma 42 cedis a month for the next 4 years say o ma 1,000 na o say 1,000 wo ko gina so akoto aba o check ya wa ma 21 cedis and no 21 cedis 20.87 cedis per month and what he be do so 2 years 4 years but the na make can say oh yes ha ne ma no nso nyina nso ma o ewie na okowini na meboa na so wini a o di 4 years na ebedi seska no na se Canada Japan oba na oba tifi na o ma na adwuma ya oba no so woje 1,000 cedis a month a eye ni 2 months paper and na o de na brabo akoje ne for the next 4 years na uti anye yesu so no otimi san ba oba pe police na waka che o se obaji 15,000 enti obesa akopɛ besia 14,000 e de abeso 1,000 na o de ma o that day na o to aba no so na edu ho a wo de sa 15,000 na san akoma sa nipa no a wo kokromuti ama ne power nti why not vote for somebody a ontimi nkotua bribe oji bribe for obi adwuma na ye MPP ni obeyi wadi why not vote for that person edu be wo se o chirechiri mu chire nipa ne sa because I know some of the plans e bi mu wa on be 1,000 be say bi no person mo call a bribe letter commission officers bi ni ade nyina we are picking all those information together enti o church mu che nipa na sa na o hu se ye wura kan ni nipa obetumi aba abeboa no a obo so te hodi osa Mr. Francois Asana Semneti wa hu enti ye message no na e wo se ye ma no eye den ekofom because me share obia na nipa na ka kire me say me wo Canada pa the first thing that comes to mind and it says nipa no obeye nipa probably okanokre because ya papa no wo ho no onta no kra ontimi ni nachi obi otimi ka kire wo say se wonim say sikanti aban beba na se na aban beba mo be wieska and ye sign free nachi because wo wieska obeche watu he has told us what I say into o ye na adwuma bia wankasa adwen na wo de ye no wo de adwumu fan na ye adwuma no eno nye corruption ne me be pe bibia kodi ne sa na ema no ena Ghana ade ba ko asɛ ye man no eye ebe a ye nananom kire yen a ye de kire ye ofie entime ye nkwala eno na ama oman no yentimi enya niema street because ya ka kire say dua batabo a ni twa ye twana enti se wunua bi ye bibi a ontimi nya na hwe ye wura Canada Japan sabe no oba no obebu o my Ghana obema na free society eni ebisa ase nti wo tu nsu na gu akofa ewura foforo abehye mu ana telling you say nipa na oni na nya asem say ye boni o say ye papa o kagu nisu because onye wabusuani enti so wo hwe ne ma ye wura Canada ba na ɔyɛ sɛ ɛnyɛ favoritism ni ɛnyɛ afei na wobɛka so wo nua no obi mmara na yɛde yɛ adwuma ma mmara no ankasa nyɛ adwuma nti those are the qualities a yɛmu bi wɔ hɔ a yɛhu ɛne yɛma yɛn nkurɔfoɔ no nso a ɛwɔ fam nso ɛte aseɛ nyame boa a Wednesday yɛ ba yɛwura bɛ start tɔ ɛwɔ Eastern region ɔbɛfi nsawam yɛbɛkɔ yɛayɛ sɛ ɔbɛda kɔ nti yɛbɛfa road no so saa akɔsi kɔ no wada the next day ne akɔkɔ so kɔ Afran Prince but adeɛ baako a yɛhu na meme sɛ meka ɛyɛ me dɛ ne sɛ he is doing local dynamics politics because ọba North ẹwọ nsẹm ọdẹ bẹba ọba Oti region ẹwọ nsẹm and oteki saa nneɛma no nyinaa based on the fact sɛ ɔwɔ statistics ɛkyerɛ sɛ aha yɛbi ata bi ɛbɛyɛ yie aha aburo bɛyɛ yie aha bankye bɛyɛ yie nso ɔbɛma dynamics a ɛwɔ wɔn ankasa region ɛne wɔ constituency and that is one unique thing about Yewura Kennedy Ɔhene Agyapong. The wife baha about 2-3 weeks ago and Osha Mamene Kasa na home brasier and the strategy we've adopted no say na ma amanfo ni bi ho kyerɛ because now to see nam central your friend is saying ye mamene na mbron ahafo ho ye papa wo voter nti say aye 3 yaye angles ne be 3 there is a fourth team and also eba nti the 4 teams will be working at the same time in at different regions. It is a over takasa team we are. I just a wunya shingadia and we drew pa.
And honorable Mama Crawford Mopa.
Easy. And team may say, oh, dear, 4th team best harbor. And no one was saying, as you uncle reading at the same time. And you will
region.
I know I may catch us a 4th team, Babano. Also, may catch us a 4th team, because we know what we are doing. And they will be moving across all the regions. What you say? You were kind of bad, but it is a series. You have says if from door to door, ankasa. Any amount for ako kasa. Near Chom say a nema pa you were Kennedy Ɔhene Agyapong. Edebeba amanabwa Ghana. Meanwhile, Omiano Mabekacho say, Kira Kennedy Agyapong and Naya. Odie, Yam Fanasa, and yes, Anete, Yam Fanasa. A fear Swasiniga, you were Kennedy Agyapong as I'm happy 2015. It is our baby Tifinas who near Dumaya. Now, what you say, you were Kennedy Agyapong, ADD, a fear Swasiniga 2015, a tunko to Abamano. Obano Tifinas, Atem no did in 2015, and now Obano, and Fasobe Nobinia was with you. And you were Kennedy, you be at 2015, Oba, where we school on Trefi. Oh, so when you ask them those questions now, Obos Afi, Omotewana, I say, Omonia bomb hoso, Namakacho say, Okasa 8 minutes. I didn't the MPP for could only 30 minutes penny a day about better say you can say the MPP for now said penny as and for
diabolic.
What you say? Na said is Peter Ochani person. Yes, Christo fat at a Peter Ochani person here, yes, Christo on same village or sacred and now sorry that could see so or say what son I made master Masafu ABC. You were Canadian Japan. Sabi bread as a welcome nipa. Rollins cross or the matter or a bomb to money at the addict or a crampono. Or no, Yamana may president of Ghana. Well, ain't it a BBA? I was here, church and crofuni mu Emma or Motia say, you were Canadian Japan, any Ajinkwan, our Obitimiaji NPP party. At this time, because Unia says our opportunity to move up. Modia mu youth ya no modia obika nyankopon abon nchansi ai bia nchebia me akra but mo amu wachiri no and there was some because say MPP and we need this election we are you bet they say I just say 2032 about 2036 because NDC no be ban no ono be hwe na dwe say after 2028 no ono nso betwa 8 years. Na 8 years na saa time na hwan na wo sika o de kofa na ase MPP ama party na
asem ni nyina no
party na so why word to 2036 yempani fo mbedi party yanim ye wie enipa bi akotena bruchiri so opafo de hwe fam ministers no communication ni hwan fo bi ni ade
bia ni ha omu nyina yira
obi akotena bruchiri e priniti ene ne yire Nene ma no mo japat na guo na mu ma mu wai ni en mo ya kachiri ya hwese ye be put the pieces together to bring the party back to power. What you say? It is a new obiti we Kennedy or in Japan. Obeba be create employment ama youth no anya bia ye. Na say ya said the ekoni ya afibia no mo wie school ni abeto mo agu system no afibia no mo wie ni abeto mo agu without making equal employment opportunities for the youth. Meaning abeto
unim de ya kura wasa ade no. Omu wie ni abeto mo agu system no mu a na maamefo yam hihye wo mo ko so omunim se nkura ma wi na ewo mbeje o mukunu mo.
Asa
abeya
so enkofo so be
ewo abeya no mo system no mu ankwala ni be wi school aba na ye ho advert ene ye omu ba o isi
because esa ye maame no ni obi ka se yempani fu esusu na ja bi no so twi bi fam enti de o
bende se kom de akwala akro.
Yeah, the whole say medium who said the future of this country is with Honorable Kennedy or Hine Japan. Yeah, Kennedy winning no be winning a divine. Me sana mi who me say winning a Kennedy be winning election on 31st January 2026 a divine win. And nobody, and I mean nobody can do anything about it. Because Senyankopon ebe yusu at the YBBA. Sabi go the first gym and son yet me I am on the ashawosa or the 7 cents show. And you can do in Japan and you might be a CC, maybe a some of them may say be a communicator, some of the people why you were Kaya, Abian Kamenka, and it was you who say you were can do in Japan also. One on your trouble for or you need to say any and to obey me I am from so. What you say? But who now so na wo hu ebia wo de say wo bro yiri wo dem ebia me ne wo ka say anwumre kura ebia ma bro me yiri wo dem obi ahu ba yewura Kennedy wo hene Japan de unfortunate thing say ono ne na so na wo na ho na nipa hu nipa bi fa de say ye na so na eye de a eda adi wa bonten e ma obi ahu so nipa we say no tie and ono oye chen obi a obey pretender aye ne ho te say oye na so onye entimini anom de wo mu ni say this election is not going to be easy. As we are saying, any easy. But all the indications are that we are going to win this election and win it massively. That is why Momo youth, men person mo be money pabiti sa abronye ni cook and don't give them attention. Don't give them attention at all. Ye focus ni ye say ye need delegacy kasa. No matter aba, no matter your policies say, no matter aba ma ye wa Canada Japan. Oh, Mr. Canada Japan, we need this prime minister. He's the president of maybe the prime minister here me crashing the May election. Because unya be flag better for MPP pa. I know Kennedy is the president, the incoming president of Ghana. In general, major mo ha kakra but the America chama say munsha mo sapo munsu. Na ye dwuma de said ya mo ye obi ka say youth ni de mo internet ne TikTok ne ade nyina a form of advertisement for Yura Ken or Hine Japan and a campaign platform as well. Intimate message mo Bobi is a crowd boy no money other people no kwasi kwate no money amu nyina ye bibwa e de besere mo na makoso aye de amu ye ya na aboa ama Yura Ken awini 31st January 2026 na eventually wa be the president of this country. Madam Asinyamenka Ubia
ana boye da se pa nyaminka ho so na nkomo ne mu hwam si nyankomo no bi free amanfo contestants ne na ho pe sa ehye nkran mo maye so ye ne yire ho ye ne yie nti ye da wase ye tiefo so da wase Omega Ogee Omega na ma si Omega na ka ho
Chief
nti
Chief me so mo aboso kan yo nti de be di nkomo wa chire why
oh za ho
Bobola
aya nkasa
mate
aboso kan kin ko no
ayo mate menia
eti Ogee ma mene fada enwie ma to no na afede na afi yate asim na afede obi abetimi an bovu bi na yaja no so kwan process ya manage na so ache ti fada we dey ya po acho esa ma akwa baba su bio because esa ya mo agina so ache fache enene nansa na yete se ye de TikTok ha de ya idi agro bebre nti woni ahodo de bampanyimfo bi nti no yesra wo se bia ya kan ya na de ache okonro ya ne nam fa ba bi se ni kunu kokwa na se ba party mu 24 years ni na ye papa nso eyire so number bi no nso preach se ni kunu de ba akufu ado na kufuo mankwala ko free ma ko free akufu ado mankwala na ko school free enti ni kunu su bebie nwuma mankwala na nya bia ye no watimi ahwe o maame mo ba ko so de odinam konro ya so de odinam ne se wo kire de oba party mu ache se wonu mom ne yemfa adwuma ne ma no yesu hwe records mu no oba ye ni na wotwe kwa na nse ne si 16 years okonro ya si 24 years timba cho hwe sa message we mienu o de nam na se ye maame ne okonro ya begina mu ahafo no mu a ohwe a ebe kwosei
yo me da se adwuma no nemra no nje wo se ye chen ne hwe bibia se bibia be koyi na as you put it no you're Canada here in Japan. I na yere incoming first lady the mami Christiana Japan achina say oba de dodom ya oba be pie mu ahafo anyimre na say we are no miensa na why the first meeting was na for South Tuesday oba sha say ewo Tano North anopa 9 na what for so Tano South 11 That's the Atwaso as a TV North. Now, about TV South, no baby was now for North, a regional capital. And the action or the near chamber very full. Now, sending house a busa, my minimum, you know, a gymnasium pieswa. Omo Sabi, Omo a home keka, and now almost freshing. Actually, say, who the masses on their side. Oshe mame aye Christiana. And I'm not gonna say Western North. I chino baby obibieni na wabahafo. Na waye bono Eastern so. Na kakra minimum anu ma wo sa regency e di nkomo kire say delegates no aso na asem no mu ye. When you share the focus of the campaign now, the priority of Canada Japan is on the people that matter. That is the grassroots people. Polling station, electoral area, former executives, constituency, regional, all of them. Into Oka Asamoah at Toma Komaso. And Yama Mekrampo there, she has gone beyond the primaries because it is true, say Ghana has decided, MPP has decided on Canada, Japan. And the Zenemekan say topical issue coming 2028 will be jobs and jobs and jobs and who will be trusted. Okay, my analogy all year say in Brediasa, you for the free maternal care by your own free, you Danko Kufuado. The free SHS by and Colano, the Brennet may be the Brennet Matwaso, or Momo Twaso no crown, the Brennan Yajumanye, or Momonti Man Twaso here, Jumano. A mana, a Wabadayana, and moi or no, Yamami Christino, name fat Iraq and the Japan bra. Na side Niswadi Hunu Cassiano, or Mayor and Famama Bruno. And Oshets asking we are. I am very excellent. It resonates with the women delegates, even beyond the women delegates. It resonates with the ordinary delegates. I don't see what the woman, you know, at Tanzania. Who used to scale? What do you say? Yeah, my man, Christiana, every way 80. Number Kono, I will bear 15. Now they are Canadian, my others no. The message, you know, are very, very touching. So with your opportunity now, delegates Kasa, tell them what you can do for them, and that is what Yamami Christiana Japan is doing. Yamami Bakuna de Orian in Zabna Okana, onye ready say be obeka bibi and ono anankasa ne kru na angasa nso no enka bibia eto akoma so and minia me share campaign meeting me atauto campaign is a campaign of lies. I didn't know mekaza. You about me about half in my constituency or say President go 4 times MPP nya 0 oboko I go for other time MPP nya 0 oboko into no so enya 0 enye news na ade ba kwa ama delegates no enya disbelieve in him is asem no kind because Osha obvious say President go 4 times yeah mama how Yakubu so no MP Boko enclave and all the 5 or 6 seats in the Boko enclaves you know MPP are winning that now saying Rakufuado memo I think first part you know first 4 years you know you Rapenkana or yeah Deputy Attorney General one is no free yes so I think Binduri and see
you cry Kufianda nearby
yes
Navlungu Central Boko no cry walk and baby Mahama Yarga one
yeah
and then Aquawi at the Musa Candy the Omega
yeah yep yes and Obi I will say what the data and one figures then one na when only adwuma na wotimi bai kasa asem we pa delegates no ehunu no kra na mo say da bi say ba wolaya na say ye no kro no go I drop obviously
say and na ye ntimi nkan bia so friend Kwaku Nancy no what sini Kwaku Nancy pepe entro ne na da na yere aso ya
Okono ya so
enti Kwaku Nancy nam ha ka no just suppose
what the bear manager suppose oba na because birds with the same feathers flock together. Sir, Obi Awadi, second lady, 8 years. Putting the gas in PS to say, who couldn't ask from MPP? Say 24 years. Now, yeah, papa, no, he into Muma, yeah, papa, about me a party card and a journal. And then 2007 more. And see, and they want us to forget all our history. Be that as it may. Be that as it may. And now who's a Papa Victor Smith. A mounted platform all can acquire 2004. You're about me and Bushia 4. A call Mills Rollins or Pegom compare running mate slots, no, and the Maya Rabaunia. It means. Yes, sir.
No, anything you say, come to me. I'm a mobile hacker club.
Yeah.
Two people apart from me.
Volume no from Yentio.
I'm said, they don't baby.
I'm so happy. And then we because
oh, I'm both here. Why?
Okay, both you are.
This TikTok for so I'm trying to pa ni mabu a o chro pe no wa delete.
The role is the one. The professor knows the one. Yeah. 2000. I'm sorry. And then because I think one judge, and we can put it in the warning. But we never shut up. Professor Moses when he said the 2004.
Ogee and community father or we are now we be no. Why?
No, yeah, chairman of council of state on the Rollins. Yeah. And you go to the brother Penny no ambassador to Bukida. And she over who say, and Professor Merson far Baumia about Central Bank. Now only the running mate. And then the catcher when the role is saying, or whatever say, we will say, who catcher Professor Mills. Say, a Bushafona Abano say, no more say, Professor Mills is all from Muslim. At that time, 2004, no account of from Muslim. And of far a lawyer Mumuni, so Bekaya. And the Vice President Baumiano, Ebi Abakasi on the Onim, Masebusha for a Twanamon Abba. Say about the Omobane Ma, Professor Mills, not in the year or any made. Let Professor Mills have put it to because who will catch him or say, and we decided that in John from a prayer guard. I think he.
From the Vice President, the other way.
I'm sorry. I said a prayer. Why, pardon?
Where he said, oh, body, what down for?
I'm not the Bank of Ghana.
Oh, I Dr. Baumia.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Why, Papa?
Where he said, oh, menti, and when I was saying, you
Papa.
Okay.
Papa. And then, your common friend, Namasuka, Bank of Ghana. And you on your awful, wait, by Papa, no fast parallel.
As or your head of the economic management team, CCR, what fair consult about any issue affecting the economy?
Oh, you didn't go pay.
Yes, I said now. Number two, it's also not true. Say President Kufuor and the Kofano.
Number one, seven, you give one amount to answer my
program. I saw you come because it's come with supporting evidence to make the case very credible. The can say, Obi Awo 2004, Yakope NDC Vice President the amount. Obeda Sum MPP no 24 years. We na era kojina delegates anim no the emotions. The American can say emotional campaign and emotional blackmail no no. But let me also say you're about me. You are bare money say opposition. Or no one can send any handless or more higher party nipa because this is a very serious and sensitive issue. You either come out boldly to deny it or you let it be where it is. When just hand your man and a man said be sermon to kwano, bigger effect for us. At least you could have even made a simple statement say, Bian to kwano say this, Yanti Biza, and Jaya, when so aben. Nanka quickly, or my baby children say, Ebia, say this, and this by Bissine, Yantibi. But some people need and I say, other company be a call reference, Sabi, era about me, I can't know NDC was a party. Meanwhile, the thing is a fact. I know correct. Okay, so also a party. And for me, I think the message of the two camps, what the Tutuan, Baumia, any era, Kennedy or Agyapong. Era Kennedy Agyapong and number 10,000 gig, and Baumia number 400. And Kokra. And that is the reason why MPP, 31st January 2026, Ombesi Era Kennedy Agyapong ehene. When him say a free echinako, yema me Christiana IBPM wa hafwa. Abusiana your platform back we. I'll take my time to share the experiences and the things that we'll go through with all with you all our listeners na area so ultimately bi. And untimani mi no de ye hwa ne owa ho brase ne ateke Christiana ne owo vision ne ateke Christiana ne owo sabi o chrese sabi o abi eveno eveno say ahomaso ni muno e Christiana. And these three things is making a woman a very great hero now. or back in the Agyapong campaign, no, and my execution, no, very perfect. And we will welcome her tomorrow and make sure say you know a better a copy of the call now call to us baby from. And in the nutshell, no, na make us say yes, some na ye coming no. Say you say Dr. Baumia any message, you know. Yeah, omo I very basano. Yen hwese baby be ko bia yen trigger nkofo na dwen ko emotional campaign so. And then a emotional campaign. Echina na ne emotional campaign. But obia say 2016 ona ka kire Kufuor say onyina nchen kakra na one John mama MFC and now o can be kire no can be kire me na me can be kire no can be kire me he says shatawale so on access or rapport or deyo what's my campaign amobia wene yet wow mu begina mu an wogwen mu asipoto na se mu ise be catch obanyanza for se wo de utimi adwuma mu obi timi wene ba wow mu begina mu a ontimi wene enti I think as the day go no they are being exposed omo trans nyina ya basa in the Canada Japan term na man bonfu no say the campaign no aye Kennedy is very focused delivering on his message. And as I say, I'm on abo popo blibra. Oh, hands am moka and yens and papa. And the yenina no your supporters in your reshimu. In your botre and fan church and see more form. Maybe me feel where I sit and where we are no. Yera Kennedy is leading over 60%. But we have to go further to get the 70. Yeah, Bema Obia who's there. Yera Kennedy was from Waba. Na MPP no donwa grassroots for no omonye omodia omle koko akoye adwuma
ya da se pa ne unsem se unu hwam na ene waboa me ehunu okonro ya ni kunu kwakwa nanse ntrekesi a omde nam etu nkrofo ani sebe ya nkrofo di emotions na bekwa akoto aba no enti ya da se so abechirichiri mu ama ya mayenso
they have seen that emotional campaign worked for Mahama in 2024 and that is what they want to do to them people. And they don't target your head, they target your heart. The emfa mobro go to be man. And the best panelists ne obia wotie bia obenya akonya bia mount platform oni delegate bekasa bia no ye mmo adwene siso se ne omo ye ne emotional campaign o di echi control ba no ma omo a obenu a onya de bi papa bia ye de every
careful ya da si mi sha pa no se be ya yen se wo mre no se wo the last one word be to for us na say we can there he uni bibia nso na say ya ja na fe o ma kan ye de aka ye ho de be ende afi ni so bi tutu ni sere ni abasa
yo me jamo no na me damasi say mo the program mo put program we together na ye de ma be ma promote 24/7 anytime bia no a obehia moa ye beba na abechechese mu ama aye Ghana for ne delegate the teacher at be 90 me e de adwuma ye besre say ye man nye 9-day wonder na ye besre so say once a week ye increase no ye nye be 3 times a week so na be ya ye be more resource people ye be reach out to many people or me delegate everything aboa ama ye rack no ye Agyapong atimadim kunim ama MPP me de manusi kra no me misiri nyina ne se be adru no adru ebunumu ye nyire ya ho ne anya adwuma no na sania menua fanso akaye no ade efredi sika odi akire na sabi everything ada me mo gasa kra no one of the candidates approached me personally then Gamenye the regional coordinator. Na sabi bosumi bi obama me 60,000. But if Canada Japan is president today, 60,000 sabi enye sika sabi me hwehwe bia menya because say obekreti nyuma no eman na itimi enye bia 60,000 yesika yentimi organize within some short period of time. Enti mem yemfa yeni eni sika chipi na mom yenhwe obes na for south wa krobidin eyem de pa me gina ba bia me kan yefra enhwe ne. And then the Osha because 2,000 Ghana bibi womiye, but a bit rich now. Nasa Sikano any bibia. The best friends will say one more a officers for the election, which are polling agents. Any idea no, Yamani now. Now, Mijili is issues of security near the end of the young can want some more. But I know that other things are easier. Mijili said the C 2023 and ya de BBC bill. Inti nyina nya reshe mu ne nya dwumaden. Na nipa no bona e so bono man yemre. Na wantimi ansori ameka say msori amebo. Enti yem kotfo no enko funfum no. Se ye weni aye weni 70%. Tena be ya enko ye say oh ayese inti na ye come round no dem ye inti mi enko sade no. Dem weni no one time. Inti mi mwa ma aye rakene Japan enya hoden enya resources enya nimdie onfa mara amebu Ghana mine na enyina azozo ye ho entoy onya mi share bibia
Ai Ogee atise nke ebe mafo bia so opportunity bia no obibi bisa nanka ya ono so e de ai na afedi nke ja no kwan
Krebo Zakaria
boss mo to so many bibia
phobia no it's what they are to YouTube now papa dawo
ene yento aswe entino say no na boy we dia afi Ogee take it on na we be o want him bia no so yes starting
yeah ana mfana bada wa pa
na yo me tie papa de koso nyina me wo so papa
na uni bibia be bisa phobia
bibia me busa.
Oh, okay. Agents benim kuwa. Father, you better was pa say Ojani ene. Aha. Sunday bia me wa ha but going most Omega TV. But because of a first campaign no. Ha, intina ma and the ba me ha see no. Na the all kind se be dwene ho. Say you 3 times no kwa na I think say and my ben say intensify first campaign. Ha, it's say be ade bia say the triple and I say quadruple na say ye the queen. Thanks for joining the show every Sunday bia so. Ye wa ha. Why? Let me show up eduma so e babo na de aboa. Bibi so kire mo adwene a boda mo bisa ye mistake bia mo be correct ye. Yeso ye bo mu kunu ma ye say mo mbie ma ye na information wo anam de ma ye. Na yeso ba be sele. Ye mo mu kura na at least bibi ono amoso motim de abe na yeso propagate say this is what if mo pese e kan. They are the support to them. Yeah, they are videos they are just wafa. Baby, I own ha. You know, I saw by.
Meso madam asepa ya me share mo nyina
Never come.
Busa for Ogee bo no mo ha mo ye Ogee had anyway Ogee bonyum there was ya inua no e besa connect ni bi because for bebre ana atwetwe nkomo ewo dwumadi we so enti ebesere mu se enua no ye metu ne kakra because enyemo no mo ayi enti enua ne nti ase mai First of all, Honorable Kennedy Agyapong Akompreko. We really turn of Utah region. You see, Aka Eastern. Chibiano, Eastern so, or San Boko Numo. Eastern phobia and Tamochuku. Jaka 4 regions. Ka4 regions. No 5. Yeah, 5. And I may be kind of 5 regions. 5 regions, you know. Eastern, Greater, Central, Asante, and Kabako.
Into Obi Abaka say on your presidential material, me say the essence of governance, say Uber has said the livelihood of the people of Ghana. And then I'm not looking at Japan, and I'm oh, you'll be a Numa, a man for Brabo, the air cost near the Adeno. It's Mr. 31st, many mistake. Oka Hesro, Okoya, Fetty Modom, for Mano. Mr. What man has done, man can do. Sana Nabuka Japan, the air catcher. The Bima and Yesabit Maye. Into me support to Papa. And now no qua, and it's a no. Mr. Momwa. Near selling the idea of Ken, no may president at the MIA. Why in the Yanko?
Medasi, you know, which will be and pay for a buy near the chair in Sampa, not walking in Sampa, at the Munia Mass and more time. Ammonia de Mai. We're a delegate. Yes,
the moderators are one time of my wife said a bear recorded.
We are delegate, Miss Low. Baby, I do know a critical moment in year 2. Mr. Yana, a company, my papa in Hano. So one year, what drink, so be company. And I guess our drink. Now for what drink, now be doing a bochi. I am putting Miss Lamo, Mamotifia, Monia delegate. More for my socket, more for my so and family, and then you blame Miss Lamo. About what I got to know. Media Matuni didn't share blesses of Faba. Didn't I say, Matuni didn't share blesses of Faba. In one way or the other, me borrow Baumia West, or Dr. Baumia West, in one way or the other. NDC, the Ombaka, you know, MPP, the Ombaka, you know, LDA Mubako in the Baba Bedi and him as president. It is what I say about 2 way, MPP for now, Master, and found one. Sabi, a cannibal obey to be. And your boy, dear, Uber to be. Petro boy, dear, Uber to be. So by your record hospital, no one panaswa, a be back home. It may slow. So one to a bandy be cram and who here. Now no be our head delegate, I only to feel in a car, sorry. Wouldn't what you mean, what an encassa. Near one see not gimpy, near not your coddy baby, what an encassa. Say yes, slow. Honorable Ken will be a obey to me about a boy. Honorable Ken will be a Ghana hot dog. I don't know come so. Sabin painful Mujina will be a savata. Obia visible. Now why in a marketable? Who fear Busa was a question. So why in a marketable? 1 year did go Joshua. A month for no to my mofono, a beginner to no matter about my which is acceptability. It is a ye try need me whom political party or going leader are Ghana for a point figure to one direction. Some move as soon as we mra. Now more than ever better about I amano. Me who be that. It work with the MPBI fortunate. Ghana follow Tibemo for them a Jumana Amaye 2028. Now for DNSC in Tiasabi, Yaya as a brother embassy betia dear Ghana for everywhere. Ghana for I be a chair the Yahoo 2024 year in the sea. Yako Primaries 2028. Do na Susa Mofa Olabumra delegate Moya Subrache Mukoya de Mope. And then the minister be any ho, MP be any ho, DC be any ho, CEO be any ho. No Abeka will be Abesha also. Sakoto Abama Asumesi. Miss Now. So what drinks Samba or Aboa, Mawa drinks Samra. Onu Pia, Ghana hold up, and then I come so. After Minion more north, mo for maso enfa me kakra obi ba ebe catch now say unua no no woni ne kakasa baako woni ne so asom baako woni ne fiafie baako nti to abana abama na busan say ebra obey advice dia no ye de ma ho ebra obey advice opportunity enable environment obey conducive environment be no create the mouse ufasa kwan we so a obekwa kopie ha no aba obesu ye ye nya bi obi a wo ye unua no obi a dum so bai onu ati ni bottom sikato plant at the maternity teaching hospital ma omo the power mo machines no mutu bi dey surgery obi a wo ye unua no obi a oyiri TV station esi ho ma mo airtime se many almost remove for monti airtime when mo fa metre mo som na wona want asom na se no omuntu binti asom na se obi a oye unua no obi a ye nua no Maka Saudi Arabia Jordan Kuwait ono ati ne bottom sika through Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the charter flight and ye nua no mai dai ebai sata no obi okrom ha o advice wantumi antwenani a meka so bebo amo obi a oye unua no obi a oti ne bottom sika abra oncology department tama ya fancy Kumasi Confology Teaching Hospital oncology department omo machine say onu ani bottom sika eno de ko repair machine no sata na ni ba beblia ko hono mo we se ba ya ko ya betuaka contractors dabi minjimundi is abra just a phone call honorable place call now what is say honorable no so onkoya machine no betua no o se say papa we nko ade a member be ye die ntia because we honest man okaso be ea obeye okaso be ba bia chese wa ye eda mesam minion mu delegate mamo nyam ho abro ebreni du ho mo nkoto abanama honorable Kennedy Agyapong mensi wutrasi mamoja nkofa hulim peja woti hwasoro mesamo mesede uye businessman uye businesswoman na o koton ade na customers na o koton ade ma wono omo point omo finger chose cover product we bla ni ebeto etua oka mendi ndisa obesa ho akofa product a wo de ba omo mpe increment na your friend say prekuna mo hoyi o tutwa no 50 pesos when 20 pound fakosi increment for so down me se ebeya oka by the same name now fakosi Jehovah Witness aso down 1 million omoba from ema ensuto adentra because what did the right product akoma the right customers Mr. Mudelegate Mr. Mujapomo choache mo koto abana munka ya papa onu no obi onu masuma che onu no obi akoma mo onu no obi wasuma mo woje pepa na mehwe ba bia hwasoro ho fatimu so number 1 uwia pepa won se ho fefefe bukamu ni tintimu uwia bu ni tietiemu fakosha ballot box num uwia menja hon kofie my intervals about 50 meters away dina hon mo hwede eko so hu enyoma boni bi se ekoso a mempenyufo asonte na omuntu hu na montam na mnim se ababi a obetu di amaye papa bia no rest assured ye bebo ho ba ma na ekantu so a ebi mfa ba bia na 31st ingunje no beba ama ye nyina no fa ahudie aye MPP dia na ebi aso ga na manyina so me da so obi nto aso.
Yeah, that's one great submission. That's Kawana in your Dubia de Amaye. I am quite sister Fabi, so no so funny dear Emajay. Fabi. Now, Fabi Babano, because of catch on the Anabook in Japan, and in the Namno, and the cray, and be the Kutami, coconut, ensue, Kubensue, Negub, a Yimi, where's ye, and Cartradia, and a furnace. Lemon query. Yes, oh, live in level. I captured this.
You probably a friend saw. A
good say, to a cow.
Lime and lemon, you know.
the Kutuani Yakachedi. And the Guno, the Anabuke Yapon,
Chadie, Anke Chadie, Anke Chadie.
That's where you are. Oh, into West no. Omode ba Africa. Oh, Boni Kubensio Kub Anede. And I'm not looking at the say, yeah, or the one. You are not a package where ya. It's a sabbath from Ben, ye bet Ned, ye there send you because of a free home, no more packaging on where the Omodia Bray. Intimate Sama Abusia, they can Adibio can be a practicable, Medamasi. Ah, Fabi Tosso.
Okay. Abusia, Yamina. Yɛda yɛn mpanyinfoɔ a enyimire ɔmbɛsra yɛn nyinaa yɛda mu nyinaa ɔmo ase na yɛ senior interviewer Mr. Agods ɛne mpanyinfoɔ mo gyina so nyinaa ma mo wase a ma pawatapo ama yɛtumi abɛduru sese Nyankopɔn ɔnhyira mu nyinaa na sɛnea me bra ɔwɔ ahene kan yɛ no delegates yɛsrɛ aba a yɛkɔto yi MPP besi abere bi a mebɛka ne sɛ MPP amanyoko esu ye ba ban mu a ye policies no ewura efie bie mu ema ehiafo sikafo middle class obia enya ne so ene ne de na bebia ye duru no abato ye bekwakoto no 2028 no it will be much more of a personality, a name, a character. Enti dentro mekanisa Ghana for bepe nipa bi edini bi nipa suo bi nipa bobre bi enya akodi akoto sa abato no because 2028 NDC the new candidate beba MPP yeso I was say the new candidate eden etimiko na ye de na mre bi papa Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia okaye ndai papa Mahama aba no o say ye papa Mahama say o ye second hand no no brand new or tear rubber. And I know, sir, NDC4 are waiting patiently. Sir, you repeat about Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. On no one West no kayano. On the cock of Faber Boacher and say, and maybe I say about Mahama a second hand. Into my and to man or Babe Dembim. Now, Papa Mahama, I it is so be our real bar, went to me and show barno. Now, Bema for Faber show Abba Faber, now all Bonacoma your friend ye. O sans your barn on some round chain. Some when you not the home in air train. On what I can say. Abano, ayo ni nua ene free to do. Enough. No mu nyina omoba, no mu ba. Se ba ko no abano be ko ba ko ho definitely be ko enough. Na ko no ma ebe che ansa na asanya eden aba enough obium. Se Papa Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia yo bi anka MPP party leader na koma so a. Nko ko pick from se o ko stand bi because as mo kan no, me hu ne se Papa Bawumia eno ne asema waka ni speeches wa nyina me hu se eye no kresem pa waka me bonu mutokura no bi bonu mutokura enye yi because no kre trodo eno kan no kre and don't tell them na net work of forms now nim sesebe ye do kwa abane sam ma hobi because wa wenu masem na wo ye den okan na sese Ghana fo be hia obi a ni so ne ban bi omo hia Ghana fo hia a different kind of presidency. Yehu doctors for the yehu lawyers for yehu just oma omo degree for ni hu omo nyina na oma memo no say na Ghana fo hu ni fai ti Ghana fo so ni pa ya na pese so ade bi hwe say ade we kra ne say na no so be ye enu ti papa Honorable Kennedy Akompra ko hene Japan the first businessman obasi yento ne so den aba na ombedi president na Ghana fo be pese one person send a businessman so na me mobile den ebeye. Into a character, Honorable Ken. So a businessman, no be a business, no a successful businessman. No. E ma Ghana for benya GD when people mo. Into your delegate na koto aba kan hu say. So to aba ma Honorable Ken na. Easy job the man say Ghana for be jena asem de beba na ebedi. Omo probi so o sia oyo. Na papa ne nioma wasi nyina no, waye ni nyina. Ti Ghana for pe obi a odi no kre. Enyo obi a service say obo ni din wo Google Wako chira central for nyina hene any ono. Honorable Kendi sebe. Siase so promises say akrebi we school Ghana na so beto kama na ombejedi. No credit science wa ebida na okanso a oyunti ni Ghana for wogidie sonko ne mapa woni mu. Ene nti delegate ukoto aba tumba Honorable Kendi science say asem yo beka no Ghana for gini said obeka no no cre. Emma waduma ayemre. na Ghana for nso po bi a obetimi atie ni paperpere ye woni mu yehwa campaign a okoi kra o se me de papers yi a me de man wo a oba be di CEO oba be di minister oba be we na se oba no wamfa ye nkrofo na dwumum na mete a meyi wedi eyes papa ne kasa asem na hwe atmosphere ne ho no eya na enije no ayi bi sunku bi nkrofo obo musem kire so monim so obetimi aye assign so monim so oyobi a onso sonsem fon so Ghana fo hia ni baby sam na bebu o man Ghana no ma sa Ghana yesu bi ne ban bi we mu a yetimi take advantage uma inch na ya ne yard no wabetia ya ama uma inch ebe gina inch wono ma enu nti Ghana fo ogidie mapa e wo papa ni mo sade no delegate ukoto waba ma onabokena kan hu se Ghana ni opese oto na ba ma obi a ode periperi ye obetia nipa no oba ma sade no begina so ama obeto aba ma onaboken nti wo delegate wadwuma ebe yemre esan se ukoyi penyin na unyi ni keke uwi abekoton na ma Ghana fo na busa hu se ukoton a ni ton no be ye den Ghana fo beto ana won nto na se wo hwa sane ma we ameka nyina kire wo se wo ya delegate na woto aba ma onabokena enya se woto ama na be flag bearer keke o to ama na ma ne presidency no babedi no wankasa wo koma dwo onemu adwo assign say edwuma na ebeye no ebeki tuwe bi na emu ye de oba Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia akwa say the honorable can ko na ebeye edwuma only be 10% a ye de oba Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia akwa was say edwuma 200% enu na akire edwuma adame no mienu anim enu ntu ye delegate na akoto aba tumo bi Ghana for wa rehye mugidie eni ahotoso woni mu say papa we de oba enu sense san beba yes MPP na Ghana for buefu ye na so oni papa ku bia ni suban bia wada na di eni na brabo a wabo eni nyoma waye adanso e wo the ordinary politician wa ma Ghana for oni mugidie se papa we de empo oka party we ho ye mi se ne obi ankoye wo party ni mu nti ye buefom na mo asimesi we nko ade eno ne din na meka no asimesi we de ni mu se no wo mu ne kra na ne bi nkoyi no na opie be ka ho no kre eno ne nyoma Ghana for ehwehwe na papa we ni obi a de Ghana for hwehwe ne se ma me Christy kan no adum bi adan ne ni abehwe MPP se suni ban bi Ghana for hia a mo hia se Ghana for edebeto abade ama sanipa no ye ne de Yakopon de sanipa na bedua MPP amanyoko ni mu ntinka we kra de nka wosanke kasa edebre oyenipa odanso oyenipa oye different oye de na ayi El Bernard kind or your political disruptor. Nebi Muntiasie. He is going to change the face of politicians. No, he's going to change the dynamics of the normal politicians. Ye almost say, where do a politician way or boss you to the tie there be? Papa ni ye different breed of a politician. And no na Ghana for passion no. Na memonos be different. Na who delegate ako to Abama honorable Ken. Yes, one go school. Ebiso onye doctorate, onkita doctorate degree. Ebiso onkita honors degree. Onye debe. E din so say doctor debe or your honorable Kennedy and one no. Sabatu ya kwakoto no. Ebema menu mi no so. Ghana for papa ni bebu mine Emma mine down so. Mene uchine bi aba bepe amemwo bi sana. Ghana for because I may be papa by near friend honorable Kennedy. No ye businessman keke, no ye doctor, no ye professor, no ye economist, no ye say, and so ye de Ghana man no. Obu Ghana magana be ye krabeshe. No se the fortunes of Ghana. The Ghana free baby could do baby. Ebe ma me no me no. Yes we benya opportunity, benya chance. Ama that ye be position bia. Obi beka se enya doctor for nko enya professors for nko na timi bu o man. Enya mo nko na mo adwene wo mutu na sebie buru, se me nya ado. Efie nyansa so yetimi di bu man. Ema no ye den. Eye yie. Enu nti menu mienu abaya ekoto se na menua owa hene kan eye hyebre sesa abato ne kwakoto na sa ye ma ye naache ye future generation so omodache ho aba ne kwakoto no esan se obabi a wanko school nye doctor obabi a wenti yanko school amba ma ye professor ono so MPP amanyoko no behu se ono so ne so wonfaso nti ema ne medi manyoko nenim ne ye twa se bia to se obi also be MPP amanyoko ne also a doctor also a professor or economist or say dia chine bi ebepa bedroom because ya kase yes is okoto say abua bi su nwa bi so a enka se sorry no so kase sorry yeso science of free no so no dey ba so ene honorable Ken china menu mienu ebetimi dey ba yeso yes sa adwene po no wa amanyoko ni mu say just your doctor say ansa no betimi dey anim ye ma businessman bi emra medi amanyoko ni nim na on sesa nyuma mu no nane nyuma ni na enu free mu a Ghana fo nipa nyina be hu say sebe enya adwene nyina ne doctor degree adwene nyinaa ne sɛ nipa no odi adwuma na ma no na wetimi aye ɛno na yɛ governance na memia Ogee kan no the final way no ɛyɛ sɛ nipa na adwuma na ɔde ama no betimi aye obetimi aye de ne mfa ma no ade ne yɛkɔhwɛ sɛ ɔyɛ sei obo suit obotai ɔhyɛ a casual shoe ɔhyɛ the political suit ɔhyɛ we unsigned we na ma no Honorable Ken is the real deal. Ghana for say give us Ken and we'll give you votes, we'll give you power. I know say ya so brachle delegate to abane mo Honorable Ken na won so ube say ene aba wato no eson faso ho ema o e wo da enu nti ukwa order soro ho order number 1 to abane ma no mesi upeja uti na sa wo de hwe soro ho no ma na de etu so yakopon owo soro fetim ho no usi uti ase abankwan no wedi no mekọ di ye no ebefa hwenim mpese meko befa hwenim Honorable Ken as get connected for 2028 victory is ours with Honorable Ken titu abanoma Honorable Ken busa from Damase.
All right, Fabi, that's it. I'm sure for submission. This is Missy Wa, Facha me wa na me fa am for some raso na ye monitor to me. What the I'm fan brass here. Now me count 2028 by force in Kasana Membra said so because Ken 2028 original watching. Tino.
Okay, Ogee me da say nyame shira pa menua. Okra me de ne de me nkasa be because nipa gu achi mpese obi anso nya kwan na onye don kasa bi. Adesa na esa no. Na ne ameka ne say ne me start ye Yera Kennedy edi enti e na oye na adwen se obaba be di Ghana anim na wetime de Ghana akonku nimbiem ne ye papa e kan nyina ne se eye enyuma na oba be create Mr. Muti omoma me ni di ma osi eye enyuma e na oba be create na enyuma na obi that's it. Enyuma na oba be create no ebi mu busa say na papa utie ye nua not for Ken 2028 asem okan ya osi ono kra no wo a ohu sa asem a papa kan na bro na adwen ne nti ase so no betimi aya na ampa osi timamufo ne nso adwen hu ahu say Yera Kennedy asem okan no oya obi a asem bia obeka bia no otimi ye Internet said your can omu ni mudi en gidie anu na menu owo ahene kan say mra okodru konfa noche e promise yenua na oba be ye dialysis machine no e de ama konfa noche no oti Yera Kennedy din a oka say ye check ose ne obeye ama na yeye papa ne obi a Ghana fo wo ni mugidie na nyuma na oka no ye musa say ikrobi so ayeye ama omo ana yes uba America ha they were businessman our no any di oman Ghana so sorry odi oman America so na papa ne baaye e di dynamism e na wa create e wo economy nim obaaye no otimi ko hu UAE for ema omo e de over 1.4 trillion dollars e de aba she America economy nim asesike no omo e chiche mu e de bi akọ superconductors mu omo de bi eco energy mu omo de bi eco AI infrastructure mu sesike ye omo de baaye na nam se papa ne businessman na nipa ne so woni mugidie se so discapa e be she businessman na memo mu a obenya ahotoso enya ne a ope inti na mu diska na ye den aba ye papa nso preach den na woka o say obo ade ye madom na se me ba me kreti nyuma e wo baby bia magana ni bia nya bia ye na ne ye me dekese ne se o se obeba be kreti nyuma amatimemu ni na ada ne da nyina akolashe na chi a wo so nsuo edenam traffic light ase no satimemu ni no obejai se adwuma ne sempo omu nyina ntimi nyae a eso bete ama saa nioma na eya na obi kwatimi to obi ade na odiska na ye den adwane no asaje nipa ne product na oso no a yesa ya rehosem nti de papa ka ne se obo ade ya adom na so ba obe create nyuma amatimemu ni na nya bia ye se ne ebe ya taxes amamu onum no obetimi ageto e de aboa oman no ama oman na amamu nso aye den aye kama ya papa se kwan obefa so obebi adwuma ne nie onam investors so na eba Ghana e de aba bebi oma bebie nyuma amatimemu ni no aye den enya biaye investors so far was you ni kro wo be se nipa maako 11 11 investors one line omo app sabre omo ya omadwen so omo studio omo sika eba be hye oman Ghana mu oso ko baby to say the 5 northern regions ikrobi ayefre hotumo waton krona kire investor bi ewo Dubai sabre ye ka say investor na ye na adwen so obo ade ya adoma obeba bebie cotton factory ewo ho from yedua cotton na kosisi ebe ya atade amfa nipa krobefa nipa mako 45,000 omo beba be ye adwuma e company yi mu dan nyina ya na me de toto Mercedes Benz company ewo Alabama uhwe sa company na nipa fakra be 13,000 population na sa company ni kuta intina chese ye papa ade ode ba no ade bi a chese akono na ye ni kanso so se Ghana betimi anya sa ade inti mesre so ye delegate na kwa akoto aba se ne mpanyimfo bi ba ye mo beka ye no enje taku ene sempoa no eme no sebi endidi wanim ana endi wa adwene mu omo de baaje bato abapa se ne ebe ya adachi bi no ubonsa ba woto ye na fifi muna mo ba be make history yenuanom delegate amenso meka ho muna mo ba be make history in the lifetime of Ghana mo ba be man ye kendini a ose obe make sure say Yewura Kwame Nkrumah obedi oman nanim gi oman no edisi ho no opese wonye ne a wode betu Yewura Kwame Nkrumah amamuo no na chese ya papa no okon da nanim asabre na wose eboa no masa okon no timi ko so betimi akon so de a na chese ye ene betimi aboa ama na mamuo na ye den aye kama intimesrew oye delegate akwanya aba beto ho e de ama NPP BMC betimi aba aban mu na mo be make history the history mo be make ne say mo sabre mo na mo beto aba ama ye papa Kennedy Agyapong aba be di party nanim immediately obedi party nanim no ye pesa aba back BM na chese party a wetimi akọ in 4 years time asaba in 4 years time inti yesre ye make sa history we se ne ebe ya Ghana for apede a omo kan ye no omo beye ye be ya ma omo nso manya ho ahosan so obehwa ya try obia ma obia nya bia ba be dia try economists ya try lawyers ya try obi bia engineers ya try obia emra so se be try businessmen se be hwa MPP ku ye da ho ya businessmen ena boa party ne ma party ne da ne da nyina yetimi ba mamum adenti na mekasa so re party abosu ene na hyase a businessmen sika ene de chichire party no hwe obi te se papa apia menkamo ya papa boache matress mo omusika ne edete party enso o sponsor other candidates na sebi omon free the business fraternity nimu o sponsor santie ne emraso na se omo nuanso so businessman aba se omo pese omedi party na nimu ayesre moma akwanya na ankoye se sebi mayi business fo yipemu intini aye kan se moma businessmen nso akwanya se ne da ne da nyina ye beba power omusika ene boa ma yetimi nya akwanya eba power ne yemmoa omo ne ma omo nso medi no omo nso hu se ne ada ne da nyina omo boa party ne nso recognize omo adesra omo besre party no se ne ebeboa ama businessmen nso adwuma ebekoso wo man nim ama aboa timamufuo nyina Ogee menkasa bebre medema no besi ya se ne ebe ya menu ebi nso benya akwanya ayeden akabi medase.
Yeah, but that's it. Ken 2028 by force. Self-government now. Kwame Nkrumah. All right. Say.
Senior.
Papa.
Senior Major. So.
Pacha Maudina so chair see from na sa Papa.
Senior.
For joining back.
That's pa.
All right.
Me bolita na in the next 3 minutes na me jam obi.
That's it.
Mpanyfo na kan nyina. But the person me add any say. If there is anybody who believes in the youth of Ghana, Canada, Japan, I say Ghana mebunu one twetwede wo masa so. They only need a leader who will carry them along. A leader or vision, a leader or yet discipline, a leader or patriotic, na a leader so or yet honest. Na wali di Ghana youth no. Edo mako baby on peso mako. Enti the yesre MPP delegate ni say ma omun deny Ghana youth this opportunity to have such a leader who be lead omo. the unhia ne say and I said the chesa we ne say 31st of January no kwatwa ba ma Canada Japan asa 2028 election Canada Japan we ne 3032 Ghana Adani Industrial Hub 2036 Ghana for wa brochire nyina ba Ghana abetena ho because nyuma abu. But I'm saying say sadly we bit my possible 200 and something thousand NPP delegates now. They have the right to make the right decision. And I'm saying say they shouldn't deny the opportunity a Ghana youth enya. I will bet menya will be a carry them along as a sound moshebre and no my brabo. The youth not done a trauma for. The youth not done a akohunsa for. The youth not done a hookup for. Yes, omo ya akwadufo, omo nya akwadufo. Nso hwan na odo moko bosha asase ne so. Canada Japan. Esrem MPP delegate. Mamu mu ye ni mase. Mamu nka ye nhye. Mamu ma ye hyebre ene ye kan ye guta ye no. Esumu nru ye. Monto abapa on 31st of January. Na moto abapa Ghana for so be shake Canada Japan ni monyam. Beda ase senior.
But as I said, one to our pa, na Ghana share Ken Swinman, because him say, when you eat pet or Baba president, but that's the mission. The secret of Psalms.
Yo, open me that's in a bushia for me, Chamunina, phobia member. Must be a coso. Yeah, I'm good here. Me, my Macassa, yet in Tintin. If you are Macassa, 20 minutes pet. Yo, I ain't in Ghana baby akodru ye hia businessman sisi ya no obi kan ye nya opportunity e dey tu kwan most of aduma ye nyina ye wo abroche no dodo no aye private sector and na beboa o mine because like America ye wa haye government sector na just 30% and 70% na private you know say ye papa o ne kan Japan e wo eniso aho di hu so ba no beboa country no ni pe umu a me hu the NGS deny no ana tene all the speakers kwa baka no Ghana force yin fa kan Japan mra Ghana force yin fa kan Japan mra but ne ba beto aba delegate e dey ye twen is Ghana ye obi ai na nso obetua ni ato aba man ne ya tno opposition ana no to mesem bebre but bia baby am ko bia masama me kan say yen any opportunity ayewo Ogee platform so ye call owo ahen platform so obi am member platform ni obi awo constituency owo yen timi take ye constituency owo ni na me ye adu ayima kan Japan bibi no e cheso wini me area me tumra me chiresi obkotema tema central 2023 we winning war. Now the coordinator with the whole Greater Accra. No ye MP and no ye MP war. And you know, and yeah, this time a year difficult. Now maybe the misrama ye papa ba umiane say. Me mpesi the oxygen sin so me kind of question because obedi ni sika no be lose poto. Obe lose wa mo no ko say hey Samia okuni microphone o ma dada me. Obe lose wa ba we Greater Accra. Ashanti region, Central region ya kasiri nyina Honorable Canada Japan is winning all. The PN will best sound. This time, only to massage a baby. And your face now, you put away. And I mark a back one best MPP, your face, Honorable Canada Japan, a teacher from Muyan from being moon, a year, a dear back. Nipana, I don't become one of my consuls executive, Ebia. Omo film no no see it being identified as uncle for them they want to kwan they only ho ne sa ni mani na me say make makase tema central your former woman organizer wa free mu am ye see no cry anti age show woman enti watina ye ko hu ne picture baby na mo de person mo de be dey be ya easy as ma me kan me matu wana mo de ama me MP enti me sere mu nyina say ye nyina no ye nhwe eye niema Ken is winning but sani ma wu mu ye ni ma ayi bia ese ma ye ni da ho
tisa bo wono entisa ompese omde fa kon na ya na ye me yakakra say yesi petumi nemum yesi debi ye do bi ba because ye nako first obi ko we in some nyina ye kan that time was different me started to about 1992 what you say my to about the only about man to be just 2024 the end man to be but they make kind of say mama yemfa honorable kene Agyapong emra Ghana fo esu post o ma ye nyina ono olidi bibia ntidi na ye kire me na ne aprobo na obo nyina no ne se mo kan nyina no me de me to me no my candid opinion nkase yemfa no nto e we ni wi asa nsem no kan no ene ye for the national development because ne se mo kan me so be yama na bro me de me enye say me support no sa akeke me ne honorable kan Agyapong atena tema nti me nimu no pa nya nchen so ena me nim de obetuma ye ne costo na wo kan obu ana o kan o kan keke me nim ho me nim ho enye me se ne bibia o kan bia me nya se me kase me nim ho ana me di intro 2014 ne papa firi mu ye nyina akọ ne krom ho ohu ne fie si efie no even some journal of na ne fie ne so Ghana nyina na oduro no wusu ne ti obaye ne bi na me ho bi enti papa no wabesum Ghana and wabesum MPP emra so say yen hye ne monyam no di tumi ne be maye eya na brofo de bia me omo something unique I manage omo ho ye hwe de obetuma ye o ye hwe wo school akwa de school kada Agyapong wo school awakọ no ono no onfa brag ne ho na sika owo no eye school asemana nti na no de just ayi je nyina no ye se pese factory because obi aye enya factory e wo ne krom anane all the region nyina obi no be so de se okwa Accra ohwa US ha ba bia wa state bia developing area and no hono be kan Agyapong pese de wo de ba no nti nyina ye mfa mpaibo ni emwa no omewini owini minim so embe abande wa wi no matter how the omeye bia no he's winning nti we de empanyifo bebre wo so me de mano ato na obi nso de obi no yemfa entu bia me da mase
but that's a secret of Psalms. It's a secret of Psalms. I don't mind me their bumpire why na. First of all,
me the other one no secret of Psalms kan Agyapong ntina me de tu. Me use a very okọ Psalms no nyina ensem wo ho no ne mniema wo ho no me gina so de bumpire enu nti papa we men kasa bebre abambe dino obi abehu but that's it
I'm a bit of a bumpire and
I'm American ne nyina Psalms no nyina from 1 to a nyina ho nyina yehu ne nyina yehu pa nti me da mu nyina ase yemfa mpa bontra honorable kan Agyapong achi na yen delegate ne kasa na tumi ne be
I think that time na so the ma effect our asan of Brempamba. Okay, Brempamba ya ko mo effect our dem so my mo Brempamba kwaba.
Okay, Ogee me that say.
That's on the time no most at asan of Bekasa out. They say we restarted.
Was it asan me?
Ya ko Brempamba.
Okay, Ogee me that say. Na me chia munyina na michia Omega ne George Sapon so michia munyina ejuma no ekoso bojuma nya minhira munyina emre no ko timeka kakra bi na medimano esi Kennedy Agyapong de why say iPhone and I say good demand near very high odini ko dwaso a obia pese otono etino ni American say besere delegate say Ghana for say omufa Kennedy Agyapong bra no mo de ne ba omubeto abanama MPP ti adesere dre